Hello, Batman. It is I. Oh, I'm having too much fun at my own bit to be able to properly articulate the Jongleur voice, the epic Jongleur voice. Well, you see, Batman. Hello, Moose. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. It is I'm full of mischief. Oh, yeah, I tried to do a funny intro, but I ended up laughing my intro away. Hello, it is I, Bodhi T, your local funny man who can't stop thinking about that one video. Well, you see, Batman. We are not so different, you and I. Welcome in, Moose. I hope you... Our first order of business is, why is one of my funny bots not here? What happened to him? Did he die? Did he perish? What happened to the funny stream Seri bot that's going to be there and... That's the wrong guy. The Twitch, is it dead? It shouldn't be dead. It's very fascinating. Time to immediately start troubleshooting, but while I do that, so many beautiful things that have happened. I feel like it's been months since I last streamed, but it's only been 2 days. A delightful romp, but Blockbench announced a new contest yesterday, and the theme is Harvest, and I already have an idea. So I think for next week, because I got a bunch of other things piling up as well, I need to refocus my efforts. So I think next week it's just going to be a game-centric stream. I've realized that the art tab is very overly saturated, and I cannot keep up with the incredible demand. So I think I'm just going to, like I originally intended to do, I'm going to work when I'm off stream, and when I'm on stream I'm going to be taking breaks. Ooh, competitive Bodhi has been activated? Something like that. It's an opportunity for me to both get a little bit more exposure in the sense that I am a modeling man, and also have fun with the interesting theme I applied for. Well, I entered their contest last time, and I managed to get 11th place out of 24, which wasn't too bad, honestly. Was it 10th place? Hold on, I need to check. I should be 11th. Let's see if I can Google this fast enough. Thank you. Let's see here. Yep, 11th place. Yeah, 11 out of 24 with 124 votes. It was a delightful little time. And I aim to participate again. Hopefully it'll work out. I have a funny idea, and we shall see if it comes into fruition properly. But otherwise, I have done some indulgence as of late, and I'm on another RimWorld bender. I just couldn't resist their new DLC, and now I'm going through funny little adventures on that game. It's so difficult to organize my time such that I spend all of it playing RimWorld and also be productive. It's a catch-22. It's impossible. How do I ping the Seri bot now? That's the question of the hour. How to add? Okay. Join, Mr. Boss. I demand your presence. If you're seeing this message, you shut up. I am joining your channel when you are live. I'm now... I'm also blocking follow bots for you. The organization of time is indeed an eternal struggle. Very much so. I do not comprehend why this bot is not here. Or is it here and it didn't do the message? I do not comprehend. It's truly unfortunate that you don't have enough time for all the things you want to do. I like how so few practice necromancy. It's a dying art. Oh, I see what you did there, Polky. Welcome in. Indeedithly. It is true. That reminds me of a funny joke. Let's see here. What do you call a broken bone factory? A manufacturer. Hello, Zorkal. Welcome in. You were just in time to witness me lose my marbles, if I even had any to begin with. That was my last brain cell fleeing in fear. Right. What am I doing right now? My mom always tells me to make new friends, but with necromancy I can make old ones. It's actually very topical because the funny DLC that I got for RimWorld actually allows you to be a necromancer with ghouls and goblins and shamblers and the such. So it is very topical. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one I'm actually particularly proud of, that I came up with this all on my own. If skeletons had hair, how would they style it? Into a vertebrate. Right. I got ads on the Seribot channel. I don't know what the problem with that thing is, but I guess I'm just going to live with it and diagnose the issue post-stream, if there even is an issue. Does it even have commands? What are your commands? Is there a... Can I ping the dang thing? Yeah, he's literally not here. I do not comprehend why he is not there. Very strange. There is a skeleton behind me. I think they are spying on me. Why? Why are skeletons such... what's the word? Such good spy. Well, no. Why are skeletons so good at collecting intel? Because they are very good spines. Yeah, I can workshop that. Yeah, for some reason the Seri bot isn't here. Very strange. Oh well, it is what it is. What were we doing? Oh yes, I want to hug that Gator. We are continuing that game. Next week, we are probably going to be doing gaming because on the off stream, I'm going to be shelving, working on my 1.0 stuff to work on this funny contest. For the harvest, I have to make a field, and I have to make an apple tree, and then I'll duplicate that so many times it'll look like an apple orchard, because the whole theme is harvest. I'm going to add some funny little buildings in the background somewhere. I'm going to try to have a big... scene. You must hate the desert since it leaves you bone dry. I never could find it in me to dislike sharks. I could never find a bone to pick with them. Get it? Because sharks have cartilage instead of... I think I have the one to pick a bone. Do I have a pick a bone with somebody pun joke? That's the problem. I can't decipher the difference between a pun and wordplay. No, I don't have one of those. What made the skeleton seek companionship? They were feeling bonely. Oh yeah, there's my... Why did the skeletons start a fight? They had a bone to pick with their adversary. Why did the trail grow cold after the skeletons robbed the bank? Because they narrowly escaped. Game. That was a seamless and perfect transition, don't you think? Right. Turn off the... something or other. Why are skeletons bad at high-stress jobs? Because they're easily rattled. Oh, I'm writing that one down. Shuttle and loom, I rattle your doom. Right. Continuing on the beautiful saga. Welcome in, Batman. I've completely lost the Jonkler voice. I advertised on other platforms that you might catch me doing my iconic Jonkler voice. But now I've lost it. I need to rewatch that video to practice. Oh, lordy. We are not so different, you and I. I am a particular individual, Batman. Right, anyway. Right. Last time we left off, I drew a doodle. Let me see if I can recall what happened exactly. Why can't the skeleton handle spicy food? Because they don't have the stomach for it. Oh, I think I have one of those. Yeah, no, mine is a different premise. Why don't skeletons fight each other if they don't have the guts? Yeah, I'm yoinking that one as well. Thank you for filling my joke coffers today, Porky. Right. So, last time we left off on this game, I was in history class with Miss Paulding TF2. Why did the skeleton ask for the manager? He had a real bone to pick. Bone pickery. And... oh yeah, they were passing a note around and it got to me and I drew an incredible doodle of the Gator in HD high quality that you can see on the VOD on the YouTube channel. Haha, blah, 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 blah. And I guess she got it, and now we're here to see her funny reaction. I can't tell which one to pick, because they're both the same, but one of them is green. We shall look quietly as we attempt to get that Gator hug. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you for stopping by, Moose. I hope you have a good day. Right. Let's get it done. In that beautiful Gator dimension. Ooh, this is gonna be delightful. Right. And done. I didn't have a lot of room to really work with, but as I superstitiously admire my work, I find that I have a long way to go. It feels like I'm being mogged by the other doodles. What does the osteomancer use to get into his home? A skeleton key! Yoinking that one as well. It's very topical. It's beautiful, they're beautiful. You have increased my coffers with numerous beautiful pieces of poetry. My bone humor redeem is much richer thanks to you, Porky. Alright. Feels like I'm being mocked by the other doodles. Alright, Olivia is sure to like this. Yes, look at her, she is Olivia-tastic. Here's my prediction. She's gonna get really pissed off, and then she's gonna try to find whoever did that doodle to claw their eyes out. And then I'm going to hide the fact that I drew it. Miss Sprockling is still... Is that Miss or Mrs.? I cannot tell. Shorthands are lost on me. Miss Sprockling is still turned around. Alright. If I slip the paper over Olivia's shoulder, I won't have to get up and risk getting caught. And here we go. This is definitely the top 10 Jonkler moments. I don't know what's gotten into me, honestly. I think it's all the... I don't even know. Yesterday I took the day off completely. And just played RimWorld for the entire day. Like, I woke up, I booted up RimWorld, and I just played, and the entire day passed. It's such a weird feeling. It's like, you're both enjoying yourself to the point where an entire day can pass in the blink of an eye, and at the same time, It's really weird to describe. I don't feel like I've wasted my time, but at the same time, an entire day passed and I didn't even realize that the day passed. It was insane, but it was a full day of self-indulgence. And I really want to just continue doing that, but I know that I have the responsibility to do work for the contest that just got announced yesterday. And my 1.0, and next week I need to schedule the... Oh yeah, and I have D&D that I need to prepare for. I've been procrastinating on that for reasons unknown. But oh yeah, so those are the two things, the D&D and the contest, is the things I need to work on. And I need to work on that, so hopefully the temptation will not be there to just boot up RimWorld and watch time pass infinitely. It's a bit tricky, and I hesitate, but the paper meets its destination. He doesn't even look back, just takes the paper eagerly. Oh, look at that smile. Oh, that's beautiful. What was it? Yeah, there we go. We remember the controls. Ah, hydration. I shall indulge. Ah, hello, beer, wine, spirits. Welcome in. It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. How goes? It goes well. I spent the beginning of this week working on my beautiful art, and now I am indulging in some beautiful romantical visual novelry. I don't even know if it's romantical, but it feels like it because I'm interacting with other human... Well, I say other human beings, but it's a dinosaur city up in here. But I am intrigued in this story, this mysterious character. What is the origin of her purple hoodie? Why is she the only character with yellow eyes? Who knows? It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Her tail is even swaying side to side. Ooh, is it wagging? I found out I require see-through eye covers. Fascinating. What? I'm gonna need you to elaborate a bit on that one. Oh, I was actually imagining one of those sleeping face masks that's see-through for some reason. Glasses are a delight. They enhance perception so very well. I myself am a connoisseur of the glasses from time to time, whenever I need to see out into the distance and scout like a hawk, because I am nearsighted. Which means I can't see very far, so... Glasses can be very stylish, too. Make you look very intelligent. Like our titular protagonist here with his sunglasses. Ah, you're the need glasses to see type. That is unfortunate. But hey, you'll get an iconic look in no time. Alright, now she's gonna see my sketch and possibly think I'm cool. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be what happens. Yep. She's not turning around. Well, it's not much, so it could also just... I'll be taking that. Oh no! Miss Prockling. Miss Pauling, TF2 has come. Miss Prockling snatches the paper from Olivia's claws as she holds her arms out. She takes a glance at the paper, and a small crack of a smile appears on her face before going back to its stoic visage. So, is this how you view me, Miss Halford? Oh, okay, so it is Miss. Prockling holds the paper up for all to see. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze. I know that most of you are part of this as well. Look, I'm not asking for much. Please do your assignments when you're in class. It's the least you can do. What did the note say again? I mean, it was a note that was passed around by at least 5 people. So maybe it said something about Prockling during all that. But from what I remember, there's a doodle of the Gator on there from yours truly. But I don't know what she's all up and about. So I guess that note had some sort of defamatory statement towards Miss Pauling TF2. We were just passing a note one at a time. She wasn't even paying attention. Hey, how come all of us are in trouble? I noticed Prockling looked down at Olivia for a moment before letting out a sigh of defeat. Oh, so I didn't just zone out while they told us they didn't tell us yet? Either they didn't tell us or they told us in the last stream and I don't remember. I think they did an offhand mention on what was in the note, but I do not remember. It was such a small infinitesimal comment. I was mostly focusing on my epic doodle skills. So, if there is anything in that note, you'll find it in the VOD and or lost to the rigors of time. Look, since it's only the second day, I'll let this one slide. I have no idea if this is her voice that I use, but it is now. But I'm warning you. Now that I won't be so lenient the next time it happens. Otherwise, you'll end up like the last student who decided to be disruptive during class. What happened to him? And get a detention slip or something? Look at all that epic animation. Miss Prockling pulls up the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She takes out a walkie-talkie. What? What? What the hell is happening? Solly, yep, another hippie. CH4. Oh, Lord. She just... The horde has been alerted. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, that is insane. Oh, I love this game. She even calls him Soldier. Good job, Soldier. Now, if we can, let's continue. Like, he was ready for that. We're on the second floor. Wow. Oh my god, that is actually amazing. Just look at her face. Oh, that is insane. We're on the second floor. I sink back into my seat and continue writing, mainly out of unadulterated fear of experiencing the same wrath from the teacher. She literally has a walkie-talkie connected to an automated turret that shoots red... What are they even called? Dodgeballs. Yes, red dodgeballs like they're bullets. Wow. Insane. Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. You should. She almost just died because of your actions. I was the one to pass her the note after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Well, can always apologize after class. Miss Prockling places a note and continues with her lecture for another half hour. With 10 minutes of class left, I see Prockling look at the clock above the door. I then notice Olivia grabbing her attention. As if she knew what she's already going to say to her, the teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpack and shoves all of her things into it. And then she slides away. In silence, she wheels herself to the door, opens it, and rolls on out. The teacher must have noticed me watching her leave. Please explain. Accommodations. Sorry about the no, just let me take you out on a date to make it up to you. You're saying this to her, and you still see the PTSD shock on her face? And she just says, how about you pay for my therapy bills instead? Oh. Right. Well, there goes my chances of saying sorry to her. Yes, she fleed before you had a chance to do anything, you silly goose. Feeling defeated, I decided to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left. Although, I do wonder. What is it, did you wonder, titular protagonist? She must have noticed my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes, and I head back home on the metro. On my bingo card of predictions, her completely being stone-faced and ignoring it was not one of them. I thought she was going to get all huffy and puffy and destroy me about it, but I guess not. Seems like I have much to learn about the characters of this game. Once again, we find ourselves in a familiar sight, this time without a giant walrus. Another day, another dollar. Gator bucks. Although this time I pass on the mini breakfast burritos. After how bad they messed me up during PE yesterday, I don't want my stomach to endure that torture again. Instead, I just got a few hash browns from the fast food joint by the metro. I idly scroll through my feed as I usually do while the metro jostles about to my destination. It's been a few days now, and the strange scent of extremely cheap detergent and alcohol have become an afterthought. What? Some of the vines are... Oh, he's talking about the interior. And some of the vines are actually plastic and the flowers are little air fresheners. That's not actually something I noticed, more so witnessed when a passenger tried eating one. Some of the vines are real, though. For some reason, they go untouched anyways. Maybe they're just not tasty, or they're poison! You consider that they're poison? Vegetarians don't eat the grass in their lawns, after all. Most of them, anyway. Right? Once again, we are greeted with this man, this beautiful beast of a man. The lights have gone out and someone just dropped a wrecking ball next to me. Must be Mr. Ferris. Yes, he's beautiful. I completely forgot what his voice is, so let's try again. Good morning, Ingo. I think it was something like that. Good morning. Has work been doing fine? It has, slowly, but I'm very thorough. I hate the idea of a place of learning not being an ideal place to learn. And I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more. You're welcome. Hey, have you given any more thought to the fashion thing? I have, although I can't say I really get it. There's plenty to see everywhere if you just look around. Really? Like what? Well, like, look at the girl on the other end of the car, there! She's beautiful. It's rather revealing. I don't think that's really for me. I love my wife. I just mean as an example. Well, there's an event coming up. I could see about trying something new. Like a beige tie, for example. What would you recommend? Oh, I get choices? That's a good question. What would be good to use here? In my inner eye, I conceptualize the coolest possible Ferris. The fresh machine is going full throttle. First, sunglasses. His eyes may be a little too far apart for that. However, beanie. Oh, ugh. Moving on. Big guns, fresh jacket. Oh my god. There we go, the coolest possible Ferris. Mr. Neato? I'm sorry, just thinking. Why don't you start with... I'd say the jacket would be the best thing in this case. Really now? Those all sound rather expensive, says the guy who wears suits for a living. Yeah, they are. You know what? Try a gold chain necklace. A what? Yeah, just make sure it's appropriately sized so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it would go a long way. And they're really cheap to get. Fascinating. Well, alright, I'll take your word for it. We sure talk about fashion a lot, though. Is that really all everything's about these days? Of course not. Definitely not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? I've heard the term thrown around recently. That was like 5 years ago. Oh. Mr. Ferris and I talk more about contemporary urban slang until we arrive at our stop. YOLO. Art. Mr. Yatakin had just started talking about our first project for the class. As soon as he'd said the word, Olivia's hand had shot up. Oh, look at her. Aww. I don't know what it is about her, but whenever I see her happy sprites, I just, like, I guess because her personality so far has shown that she's very distant and cold, so whenever I see warmth on her face, I just get all warm myself. Her gray eyes sparkled in excitement, and the smile threatened to crush the perpetual frown edged on her snout. The girl vibrates and bounces up and down in her seat as she waves her arm in the air trying to get the teacher's attention, so she is passionate about artistry. That's good. Yatakin's own smile was strained as he and Olivia engaged in a staring contest with one another. I could only marvel as the two argued with each other without a single word. Eventually, Yatakin won by turning off the lights and turning on the cheap projector hanging from the ceiling, and playing a safety video about paint that felt far too graphic for a school setting. I don't think I'll be able to eat barbecue for a while. Very unfortunate. Thoroughly defeated, Olivia crosses her arms and pouts in her seat. What was his voice again? And that is why we won't be using any of the more exotic materials for any projects, Miss Halford. Maybe we should have just skipped breakfast entirely. Now I forgot her voice. I still don't see the problem. Yeah, I still don't see the problem. Something like that. I still don't see the problem. Once you've all had the proper safety handling course in the second semester, you'll be allowed to use oil-based paints. Until that time, however, all the assignments will require safer supplies. Now, since we've pivoted to this, might as well finish the full video. The grumpy Gator holds a hand to her throat, mumbling to herself as she grabs a metal flask and drinks from it. That's why she got excited, because she wants to commit arson. The entire display from her was mystifying, at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it kind of reminded me of a happy child. Me? Ooh. Somebody's finding the Gator relatable. I can understand why, after all, Yatakin is letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. That thrill of experimentation, of new possibilities. No doubt that it brings a creative sparkle to her eyes. And now she's staring directly at me. Eyes that fill with pure malice as they glare daggers my way. Hey there, you fucking freak. Oh, was I staring? Oopsie doodles. Before I could offer an apology, she already had her hands on the wheels. He rolls to Yatakin's desk. He leans forward intently. I can't make out anything that's said through the video, but going by the occasional glare back, it's not hard to imagine. Crap, I really didn't mean to offend. Yatakin notices I'm watching and motions me to come forward. Slowly, I shift out of my seat and approach the desk. Alright, there's something going on here. I need to fucking find out right now. Yatakin speaks in a hushed tone, just loud enough for me to hear, over the makeshift matinee. It's definitely not a manatee. Olivia's telling me you're making goofy faces at her. No! I said he's been staring at me all through class. Let me see. Voices. Sorry about the note. Something like that. Sorry about the note. Yeah. Voices. It's weird. Like he's never seen someone like me. Can't you move him to a different seat? No. I've aged 70 million years. Now, hold on a second there, Olivia. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Also, it's far too much effort for me to move you guys' seats considering that we've already started class and we've established these things. Mr. Anakin. Now I'm just doing an old man voice. Mr. Anakin. I don't even. It's like she's a different person here. She fishes out a canteen of water and brings it to her mouth. You're given a lot of leeway when it comes to seat assignment, but asking for something like this? I mean, it's probably water, but I wouldn't put it past them to have her have a drinking problem like Rick Sanchez. I just want him to leave me alone. I don't know what I've done so many voices for her at this point. I want to do the cool raspy girl, but I end up making an old woman instead. Something. This is Wazowski. I just want him to leave me alone. Something like that. She sips again. What's that about? Well then, Inko, you tell us. What's on your mind? Can't have disagreements between classmates this early in the year. I'm confused. I didn't know there was any disagreement between us. Well, sometimes it's the little things you do that you don't even think about that affect people the most. It's true. Anything like that come to mind, you silly little halfwit? I shake my head. Olivia's glare doesn't diminish away from my field of view. I mean, I've been a bit curious about her since we sit next to each other, and I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Yedikin nods to himself thoughtfully. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Her face scrunches at the mere thought. Not really. Now everyone's Yedikin. Not really interested. He's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being gawked at. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Does that resolve the issue for you, Olivia? No. I don't want some buddy in this class. Oh, she's a maverick. She's a prodigy. She goes to take another sip but ends up turning the canteen upside down because it's empty. She's out of alcohol. Hard vodka does not touch her lips. Gah. Olivia, you can go fill that up if you want. Grumbly grumble. You won't be missing anything. The video's nothing you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia eyes me suspiciously and slowly moves out the door towards the nearest water fountain. Yedikin sighs. Alright. He leans back in his chair and his arms resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday if the air needs clearing to do it yourself. Now she's in a mood because you were staring at her like a weirdo. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch she made of you. Truthfully, I'm impressed, but here we are. What's going on, big guy? Talk to your friend Yedikin. Again, sorry. It's been a pretty busy day. It's been a pretty busy few days. Yeah, I've gotten into a cool friend group. We're all gonna sit together at lunch. Olivia's there too. She didn't say much, but I got her a soda. Don't know why she's so upset at me. It's nothing personal, Inko. Trust me, I know best. With my funny fin on my head. It's not? She's reticent, especially when it comes to change. That's a new word. Fascinating. If you're at her lunch period too, I can see why she'd be wary of you. If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Udikin. Yes? Why is she so open with you? How do you mean? Well, just now, she spoke more in that conversation than all the other times I've seen her yesterday. I saw the canteen, I figured it's something to do with her voice, but it's surprising. Her water bottle's the other way around. It's unfortunate, but she just really rarely talks at all. And I guess she just really trusts me. I've known her since she was a freshman. She seemed to gravitate towards art and how I taught it, and soon enough I took her under my wing. He does have wings. But she lives with Damien, right? He's at the lunch table and she still barely talks to him. Poor kid. Hope he's doing alright. He seems to be alright. But yeah, she's distant to everyone else. So much so I keep hearing weird things about her. Yedikin leans forward in his chair, suddenly attentive. Is this about you gossiping with Ben yesterday? A bit. He showed up to the table and said something about her being the same after she left. Probably some drama there, but I don't want to pry. Which is why I'm asking you about it, because I don't want to pry. He nods. But also, Liz told me some weird things too. He stops nodding. I know of her. Is something wrong? No, she just said that I shouldn't get invested in being her friend. Everyone's being real weird about it, so I was curious for myself. Guess that's why I was looking at her weird. Sorry. Yedikin rubs his temples. Hey, it's worse. It's worse than I thought. What is? I'll put it this way. You've met 3 people that know Olivia, other than me. One of the 3, only one thinks highly of her, and the other 2 start unloading drama on anyone willing to listen. In this case, you. No wonder you're confused. I hadn't thought of it like that. I don't blame you. You shouldn't be involved in anything stupid. High schoolers, you know? I guess. I'm a high schooler. Itikin inhales, collecting his thoughts. Important question then. Do you really want to be Olivia's friend? Yes. A judging eyebrow is raised my way. Are you really, or are you just curious about her? He seems pretty serious about this. Yes, I want to be her friend. I want to hug that gator. Olivia returns to class and rolls right back up to the desk. Back? Have you changed his desk yet? Edekin nudges his head towards me expectantly, prodding me on. I'm sorry I distracted you during class, Olivia. You disgust me. He looks at Yedekin and gets a similar nod. Sure. I mean, you're welcome. I mean, thanks. Shit. But, no, really, I don't want to be distracted. Come on now, Olivia. The least you can do is give him another chance. Or a hug. You never know. I don't really want to know. Now I sound like Batman. I get he's like friends with Damien, and I don't really want to, you know, not in this class. But I'd like to be your friend. She stops and raises an eyebrow. Raises an eyebrow. Lots of these going around recently. Like she was expecting this response. She looks at Yedekin for help. Actually, Olivia, I also think he'd make a good friend for you. I have a man vouching for me. If you can't trust him, you can't trust nobody. What? His words were like a battering ram. I'm simply saying to give Inko here a chance. taps my shoulder like a bro would. I could almost see the imaginary bulwark she hid behind slowly crumbling from what Edekin was saying. You are both quite similar at heart, though you may have different methods. Perhaps you'll find some compromise behind cynicism and naivete if you work together. Finally, the last fragments of her imaginary fortress collapse. Olivia can only look at the art teacher with timid confusion painted across her features. Her many, many features. Oh, well, I don't... Are you for real, Mr. Edekin? Are you for real? I am! He's actually in another class of mine. I've seen him. He's passionate about his camera like you are with a brush. You don't use a brush, you use your fingers, but you know what I mean. And I do expect great things from him. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. Sorry, I really thought, oh. She accidentally bit her tongue. Her mouth is clamped shut. It's just my opinion. You can make your own choices, Olivia. She nods furiously. Oh, the movie's about to end. You two should go back to your seats. We good here? Olivia side-eyes me again and nods once more. All right. He motions for us to skedaddle. Olivia backs up at her spot. Thanks, Mr. Edekin. You're a real bro, my bro. For what? I just gave my opinion and also influenced the tides of war and made an irreversible change in the multiverse. It's just an opinion. Nothing's quite more as infectious as an idea, wouldn't you say, Mr. Inko? I'm serious. It's up to the two of you if you want to be friends. Friendship is a two-way street, hombre. Don't expect to be somebody's friend without them wanting to be your friend as well. It's a difficult set of circumstances, but I'm sure you have the social chops to figure it out. You do have that funny jacket and your cool glasses, but don't screw it up, okay, buddy? He waves me off again and gets up to flip the lights. You would imagine the lights would turn back on, but no. I get back to my seat and stare absent-mindedly at the projected screen as I digest Edekin's words. He said he only gave his opinion, but it seems like he also gave me an opportunity to take the right steps in connecting with Olivia. And with what he said about her being passionate with a brush, it's gotten me even more curious about her artistic prowess. You literally saw her artistic prowess at the beginning of the game! Speaking of whom, I notice that she occasionally gives me a side-eye. Bombastic side-eye. I don't think she can see my eyes due to the dim lighting combined with my shades. She stares at me with a sense of strange curiosity, almost as if she's trying to get a read of me from my face alone. But from what I can actually tell by her facial cues, she seems confused and almost shaken up. It's like she wants to say something, but keeps on backing away at the last second. I guess her mind is also jostling around from Edekin's words. She is confused and perplexed. She doesn't know what to do. Ah, the lights are back on. Our teacher flicks the light switch and I feel my retina burn from the bright lamp lights, even with my sunglasses. Alright, normally in your first week we'd be doing something simple like a color swatch wheel. However, I think you all could manage something a bit more advanced. The Gator girl's head whipped around at the word advanced. Whatever Olivia was thinking before regarding me seems to be forgotten as she focuses almost entirely on the teacher. Mr. Edekin holds up a stack of paper for us to see. This feels so very well and intimately written, like it's taking advantage of, like, everything. Social, like, facial cues, gestures, body language, and it's describing it all perfectly. Very well done. I'm very immersed in this. Like, it definitely feels like the high school days of yawn. First things first, I'd like for all of you to fill out these topic sheets so that I know you understand how to safely handle oil-based paints. Last thing we need is another burnt-down classroom. See, I told you the arson was gonna play a part in this. The way Udigan says those words makes me imagine some pretty horrible outcomes. Once you've finished your sheets, bring them to me so I can review them. I'll be giving you the permission sheet after I know you won't... after I know you lot won't set yourselves on fire or poison yourselves. The Allosaur guy in front of me hands back the stack and I take the page from it before handling the rest of the... to the Diplo girl behind me. My eyes scan over the sheet. What grade of mask do snouts longer than 3 inches require? And the realization hits me. I didn't see the first half of that video. My eyes scan over the page as I groan when I see questions I have no answers for. All of them pertaining to dinosaur anatomy. The art teacher looks directly at me with his smug face. And then to the side, I try to decipher his meaning, follow his eyes. Oh. I turn in my seat and lean closer to Olivia. I give her a kiss. Hey. What? How dare you? This is my personal bubble. What now? What? What is it? I'm not gonna let you draw me. What the hell? Oh, in her mind, like drawing somebody as an intimate act. So that's what she was thinking about, but I'm not an artist, I'm a photographist. Looking at her paper, I see she's already answered the questions I couldn't. I show her my own page, tapping the upper section that was still blank. Olivia groans and looks at Edekin pleadingly. All she gets for her troubles is a thumbs up. I am causing her mental distress. Fine. Fine. Here. He holds out her sheet for me. Wait, isn't this cheating? Yeah, teacher wouldn't. When did he get to his desk? Why does he have a sleeping mask? If I look over the answers, I still learn the safety procedures, so what's the difference in the end? Must be what he's thinking. Either that or he doesn't care. I copy the words from Olivia's sheet, doing my best to at least rephrase them. Some of my classmates are already walking up to Yedekin's desk. I just realized that I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. During my beautiful streaming setup, I have to do a lot of things. And one of those things is setting up the words on stream because I have to copy the URL every single time for some reason. And I forgot to do that. So, words on stream might be slightly more delayed than usual. And I say this because we have ads in 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Abdominals. He's barely reading the pages, not even taking his sleeping mask off. Thanks, Olivia. Whatever. Olivia finishes her page in a few seconds and wheels herself to the desk too. The last answer I'm fairly confident on, like what flashpoint means. I get up and go to Yedekin's desk and set my safety assessment down. Good. Here's your permission slip to use hazardous paints. And don't forget to pick up your hazardous environmental suit. It's by the lockers. Have a very safe day. He didn't even bother to look over my worksheet. He lifts the eye mask from his face and looks at me with one eye. What? Most of the stuff doesn't apply to you, Inko. Just don't drink the paint or get it in your eyes and you'll be okay. Yes, Mr. Yedekin. Attaboy! Now go back to your desk and wait for class to end like a good little toddler. Tomorrow I'll be starting you all on something simple. Rocket science. Like painting a cube or a ball. Yeah, model dodgeball painting. He pulls out a walkie-talkie. Dodgeballs start raining from the window. The eye mask drops down and I return to my seat. The class's clock reads 5 minutes until lunch. Olivia's back to leering at me. I consider what I should do or say some sort of icebreaker. Mr. Yedekin said we're similar, so I can see some of what he means. But I'm a photographer, and she's a painter. those two forms of art have nothing to do with each other, and there are absolutely no common grounds that we can conceptualize between us in those two forms. So a cubist and a dadaist walk into a bar. Bing bong. Have a good lunch now, you hear? The moment the bell rings, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack, not caring if her notebook gets crushed. Once she zips up, she races out of the classroom. I guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of the lunchroom stampede. It is what it is. Hey look, it's the lunchroom stampede. I managed to avoid getting stuck in the frenzy by shuffling along the wall. The long way around the lunchroom. It's a bit longer, but at least there's less risk of getting used as an improvised meat club. Hey, why'd I don't just go in through the courtyard? It's right there next to the table. Damn it. Next time. Hey, is there a palm tree or something by the table now? Never seen one with a trunk that's green. I get around the last of the crowd and approach the table. There we go. Damien's here, chowing down on a sandwich stacked with various meats. And we shall stack various meats after we continue. But now we must do the intermission. So, words on stream. Be right back after these messages. Don't go nowhere, you hear? Bye. And so we return to the delightful circumstances that befall us with these funny little gator dinosaur people. Damon's here, chowing down, yes. And, like yesterday, Olivia's already at the table. And it's me! Look at me, ain't I cool? Hey Damien, you seen Liz? I thought she was joining us for lunch. Without a word, Damien points to the palm tree next to us. Oh crap, that's no tree. I look up to see Liz's head in the rafters, prodding at the vines on the ceiling. It's a snake. No, it's not. The ceiling was a lot lower in the computer lab, so I couldn't tell as easily, but that neck is long. Anyways. Hey Liz. Oh yeah, what was her? She was the Scottish one, wasn't she? Hey, couldn't see her from up here till I heard you. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get my food from the vending machines again. Making my way over to the vending machines, I do the same song and dance I did last time. A card swipe and a few button presses later earned me a couple of cans of soda, 2 bags of chips, and a few candy bars. It's like when the teacher asks if you brought enough candy for everyone, only now it's true. It's true, it's true. I head back to our table, the bundle of food stuff in my makeshift pouch, and distribute them. Olivia gets her share, but she doesn't say anything. Ah, sweet! Oh, well, thank you, Inko. Damien, if you'd be so kind. Okay, let's see here. Already on it! Damien cracks open a can of soda just as Liz lowers her head next to him. She's wearing a novelty soda cap. Oh, that's beautiful. When he then speed swaps the old can with the new one, almost like he's swapping wheels on a Formula 1 racer. Thank you. No problem. Oh my god. These one phrase lines are killing me. They're killing me. No problemo. Yuck. Liz's head cranes back to the top of the ceiling to continue eating the foliage. So, Nico, how's your day been so far? I'll figure it out. It's been pretty decent, I'd say. I'm mostly looking forward to photography, since Ben'll show me some good photo spots. Cool. I have no horse in this leg and the leg in the horse. Right, let me see. Well, I'm just an old southern boy. There we go. Something like that. Damien just nods as he continues to munch on a sandwich. I think he's zoned out about halfway through my sentence. Oh, and also Liz helped me submit my contest entry. Awesome! Can always rely on Liz to help you out. Flattery will get you nowhere, Damien. I'm just saying the honest truth. Let's see. I need to think. My word bubble thoughts need to illuminate. Liz entered the contest too, right? Everyone must be trying to win the cash prize. The money. Oh, money's okay. Oh, she's got a mouthful of leaves now. And it is exactly as it was written on the tin. Liz comes down with a mouthful of leaves. Her hands hold up a tray with each segment filled with a different sauce. But the real prize is having your submission featured on the sponsor's magazine cover and in the featured article. How is she still articulate? Do you have any idea how great our work looks on a resume? Heck, I can probably get a scholarship with it alone. Whoa, really got all this planned out. What'd you submit? She takes a moment to swallow her salad and then shares a huge grin. I submitted my best digital art piece. Oh, what is it? Here. The tray is set aside so she can bring out her phone to show Damien and her new entry thingamadoodly. It looks to be a village townhouse piece, very rustic and classy. It looks pretty good. Yo, that's... that's so cool. It looks so realistic. God, I'm dying. Thanks. It took me about a week to really blend some of the beautiful, fanciful elements into each other. Based off my granddaughter's home from the old country. This is amazing. It's so hard to transition from the good old southern boy over to the Scottish and back and forth. It is so difficult. I have destroyed my brain in the choices I've made with these guys and their voices. Oh, brother. This is amazing. You can't even tell what this whole thing's digital art and all that stuff. You can't even tell that she used AI-generated imagery. I don't want to discredit anybody, even if they're fictional. Damien grabs a hold of Liz's phone and turns towards Olivia. Hey, Olivia! She jumps up, having been suddenly made relevant to the conversation she was spectating. What? I'm not giving these chips back, they're mine! I'm just going to show you Liz's entry. Olivia narrows her eyes and leans over to see the image on Liz's phone. She then looks up and gives Damien a quick nod before returning to eating her chips. Damien's smile falters a little at her minimal response, though he's back to his usual grin as Liz takes back her phone. Wow, Liz, I didn't know you were so into digital painting. That looks great. Do you plan on being an artist after graduating? Oh, thanks. Well, no, I don't plan on being an artist per se. The plan is to be an antiques dealer, specifically with art. What's that mean? It means she buys the splatter canvases everyone else uses for money laundering. No. It'll be a real deal stuff. There's a real market out there for it. So I'm taking the AP business class and using the school's prestigious art program. That's actually why I picked this place out. There's a real elite section of graduates from here. Oh, you're the school treasurer too, right? Sure am. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm ready for the real deal. I do love painting though. It's not just an ends to a means to a means to an ends. Maybe that's why I want to get into trading. I can get the right people the right art they need. It's a very commendable notion. That's very thoughtful. You should start thinking of my future more. I wonder what Olivia thinks about this, if it even interests her. Damien just exaggerately nodding his head up and down, and I don't know if he's agreeing with Liz or head banging to some tune playing in his head. Let's sigh. Question mark. I look to the side to see Olivia staring down the chips bag, looking pensive. I guess I'm not the only one that's a bit worried about our long-term plans after school compared to Liz. But we got the whole year still. What about you, Damien? Don't really have a big goal set. Let's see. I must go in my mind's eye and I must pull out the accent. Well, the only reason I'm going is because it's the closest school to our home. Nope, I have lost it. Well, I'm just a southern boy. Only reason I'm going is because it's the closest school to our home. I'm dying. I'm dying. Damien, you know I keep telling you about planning ahead. You know, I'm just gonna... I know, but I like keeping my options open. Now he's Irish. So, what are you doing in school? I just picked up my classes that seemed interested to me. I gotta say, home economics class is pretty fun. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I get to make food. I get to make food in class and eat it too. There we go. From learning skills in a class like that, it'd be a perfect husband. Yeah, I am husband material. Wait, what? What? Oh, I love this game. But back to my point, the art contest. If I win and get an interview, it's an insane advantage. I'll say. By the by, Olivia, did you submit something for the art contest? Oh. He looks away, slightly deflated. No. Oh my god, they're both shocked. The hat is flown off. Really? Oh crap, I might have a chance then. Hey Liz, that sounds a certain way. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Olivia rolls her eyes and merely goes back to munching on her chips. Mr. Yedekin said you were really into painting, and I really liked the portrait of me you'd made. Oh, she... Well, she's gonna kill me. That is an intimate thing from her point of view, and now I am sharing it all willy-nilly. It's basically like I shared her nudes. To a much lesser extent, of course, but still, it tracks. What? She what? Her suspicious leer is now replaced by a murderous glare. Yep, lunch is the perfect time to eat my feet. I haven't actually seen any of her real work, only... Oh my god, this guy's memory is... I have terrible memory, but even I know exactly the plot point that they are... I haven't actually seen any of her real work, only something she'd done out of boredom. Olivia's eyes close as she inhales deeply. The amount of neutrality returning to her once she reopens them. She looks me up and down as though something will be different this time. Can't. What's that mean? Besides, even if I could, they're gonna be looking for the best artist here. So you gotta show that to them with how good your art is. I just don't want them to look at me and feel like they have to give me a reward out of pity. Damien's face is frozen mid-bite, his sandwich losing its meat integrity by the second as his eyes flick between Olivia and I. His cold demeanor. I can practically hear the blaring alarm in his head as his brain catches fire trying to connect dots. I want to be judged for my art, and not. Olivia struggles to formulate the next few words and lets out a weary sigh. It would just feel undeserved. How? Yeah! Yeah, how? Damien, shut your mouth. Has that happened before? Do people really do that? You weren't there for it. Some losers used to even tell me to take advantage of it. Why not? That was a bad move. Dude, seriously? Why? So I constantly get reminded of myself, so I can't separate myself from my work. So I can get complacent being worse, so I can eventually rely on it. So the playing field can be even. That's a lot all at once. I'm not even sure I got all of that, but I definitely touched a nerve I shouldn't have. No, sorry. Olivia brushes her hair down. Look, I don't want to get awards and praise I haven't earned. I'm seriously not that good. I really wouldn't win. She says with the beautiful art piece displayed on a pedestal on the principal's office. She sighs and takes a long sip of cola. Can I see some of your work? No. Man, she really shouldn't put herself down like that. I get it. A lot of students here are crazy good at art. Some are probably better than I will ever be, and they're just starting. It's pretty scary to think about. I mean, like that landscape of the city near the principal's office. Finally, it's the game is gonna start torturing me with this because that landscape is made by Olivia. Finally. Landscape? Hold on, I took a shot of it. It's a bit tough getting my camera out now with all the books needed for class in the way. I lay out the contents of my backpack, taking my treasured DSLR out at last. After finding the shot in question in the menus, I turned the display towards everyone so they could see the glamour shot. A freshman made that painting. Just from looking at it, I can see it won first place. Yeah. I drew that. Oh. Her name is on it, isn't it? My brain finally makes the connection with the signature on the mural. Thank God, Mr. Protagonist, because I was about to scream. That was you? Isn't that much of a shocker to you? Wait a bit, yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, it's whatever. Had to have some dumb guide help me out so it isn't like I was the one who did it all. When you say you can't enter, it's because you already won once? Yeah, basically. She looks away from us, eating her chips in silence. I've heard the expression of being one's worst critic, but I'd never expect Olivia to kick herself this hard. Based on what little I know of her, I couldn't imagine she'd be this harsh on herself with the sleep-deprived eyes of hers. I'm mentally kicking myself thrice over for just thinking that last part. Well, is something wrong, Liz? Did she bite her tongue or something? Why is she imitating one of those picture plans right now? Liz? What's with that look, long neck? Just surprised to see you in better spirits is all. You're making it weird. Now I have an accent for some reason. Don't make it weird. I'm just gonna make her Batman from now on. Yeah, it's been ages, Olivia. Well, it's been ages, Olivia. I just came out naturally. To think a Randy like ink. Oh my god, my brain trembles. Oh Lord, have mercy. Let me try to formulate my thoughts again. Well, to think a Randy like Inky here got you to open up like this in just 2 days. Gestures to me. What do you do, man? The girl in question freezes, Damien's thoughtless comments having thrust her into self-awareness, as her face indicates. And she leaves. She's gone. Olivia, wait! She's gone. Well, she did give a warning. Yeah. Well, I was just excited she was making good progress. I think I found the secret key to unlocking that X, and I have to start every sentence with, well! The rest of lunch we'd spent trying to talk about Liz's art process. Damien looked like he wanted to try to bring Olivia back into the conversation, but no one had any idea where she had gone. She had returned to her nest, hoveling in the ground below. Still, a part of me thinks she wants to talk, so why doesn't she? because she's traumatized. Sadly, a question for another time, as Olivia's departure seems to signal the end of lunch. At least Liz and Damien wave goodbye. And we go our separate ways, leaving me to clean up all the trash from the table, including everything I'd removed from my backpack. Dang it! Gosh, diddly dang it! Oh, look at that mascot. Oh, that's beautiful. It's the East City Westman. Photography class gums and gold. My brain. Since we're partners, Itakin gives Ben and I the green light to walk around the campus. Ben shows me around to see his prime photo spots and such, and as such becomes my impromptu tour guide. Again. For the second time coming. It's actually pretty neat to see parts of the school that I haven't explored yet until now. Places like the music hall and recreational pool were the most interesting to see. I want to have a recreational pool in RimWorld because I have Dub's Hygiene mod and that has a pool that you can make for recreational purposes. I want to give my colonists a pool, even though my colonists are recyclers in the absolute term. Oh, that's a raid with a bunch of fresh body? Time to recycle their meat. Oh, look at all these toxic waste packs. Time to recycle them. Time to build a scrap army from recycled materials. It is basically the Wally faction, except taken to the absolute extreme. Currently at the courtyard, Ben points out the views of the outer landscapes around the school. Is he going to show me the bunker where Solly is launching his balls from? His devilish dodgeballs? No wonder why Ben was eager to show me these views are impeccable. But while he's explaining the image he has in his head, my mind still wanders back to Olivia. Beautiful, sweet, green Olivia. I wonder what I did to make her express herself so much. I'm a beautiful, sexy boy with a blue jacket, what do you mean? My faceless features make it so perfect and easy to fall in love with me. Oh yeah. I forgot about this guy. Inker! Inker, dear boy! I am going to slap the silly out of you! Huh? I was asking if you'd be available sometime during the weekend to take photos. I really shouldn't piss this guy off. His girlfriend can bite my head off. He literally has the shark waifu of dreams. I'm free on Saturday. Excellent! We can meet up back here. Sounds good. As we head back to class, I begin to think if there's something I can do in history class. Yes, get her in trouble again so she almost dies to the soldier TF2. Again. If plastic is made of oil, and oil is made up of decayed ancient biological material, then would necromancy work to make reanimated minions out of plastic? That is an excellent question that I actually haven't thought about. It does actually have some... Your theory holds water. Because in its original form, even though it's like matter cannot be changed. I mean, matter cannot be destroyed or created. It can only be changed. And the original state of that matter was indeed dinosaur corpses. So... The question then is necromancy so potent that it can go back by thousands and thousands of years back just by virtue of the original state of those being dinosaur corpses? Well, not the original state, but you get what I mean. Like, further down the chain where it's relevant to necromancers. It is a very fascinating little thing. A plastiomancer! It would be a fun premise for a D&D class in the modern world. He uses plastic to make minions. Miss Pauling, with her beautiful blue eyes. Back in history class, Miss Prockling continues prattling on about... And after a final offensive that left the entire city of Triceratoptis... Ooh, that... Triceratoptis, sorry. Honestly, Triceratoptis sounds better in my head, but... the entire city of Triceratoptis destroyed, the Chthonian hegemony was defeated. bringing an end to their crimes against both dino and humankind. Ooh. I wonder what the Chthonian hegemony did. With that, the Dino-Human War came to an end and peace was finally declared after 10 years of strife. Of course, there was the matter of rebuilding and dousing all those fires still burning, as well as what to do with all the bodies and... Oh, it's so boring to hear about the horrible genocides and slaughter of various different people and corpse disposal. Oh, it's so boring. I should probably care more about Prockling's lecture, since history has extremely strong cultural connotations, but man, is it boring to consider the horrible genocide and things that have occurred in the history to make us come to this day, as Dino and humankind conjoined together in as one whole society. Ahead of me, Olivia has returned to her default sullen, deflated gloom. She's probably upset because I keep switching her voices around. I mean, if we go that far, then every bit of living material in the world is just recycled carbon. Could you then use necromancy to reanimate the countless hens from all the chicken nuggets you have eaten in your life? Chest burster zombie nuggets? I guess there comes a limit to these things, so there probably is a limit on how... Probably freshly decayed things. And things that still resemble their original form. So I guess plastiomancy would be out. That salad you ate, that used to be a living plant, and now it's in your tummy. I'm gonna reanimate it so it's gonna explode from the inside. Bet you wish you had some other... That's actually an excellent point. Like, every single piece of food used to be a living organism. So can necromancers resurrect your lunch inside of you? That is a very interesting line of thinking. How far does the necromantic tree go? Considering the necromancy deals in the solid structures and organs and such aren't necessarily used in the necromantic process, it'd probably be safe to say that bones would be the thing that you can resurrect. And plants, from what I understand, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but plants do not have bones. I wonder. I guess it's up to the necromancer reanimates your leather jacket into a strangler cowhide golem. There's probably a reason why there's limitations. The sky is the limit in terms of resurrecting the dead. Because everything used to be something that was alive at one point or another. It just depends on how far back you want to go. Necromancers are truly the scariest of divinations. She's not glaring back at me, so she's probably over whatever that was. Or she still doesn't know I'm here. Boy. Well, that'd be entertaining to see. Assuming I don't end up with a mechanical pencil jammed through a lens. The other students are similarly bored, only occasionally marking down something whenever it sounds like it'll be on a review sheet at the end of the week. There is, of course, no more note passing today. Miss Prockling's effusion yesterday must still be on their minds. Except fossils are stone. Everything except for bedrock rocks were never living, except for fossil. You see, that's the thing. But rocks, I mean, everything is made out of carbon, isn't it? I'm not a physicist, biologist, but everything's made out of carbon, including rocks. So, it's a bit insane to think about in those terms. You can go as deep into this rabbit hole. For me, the limitations on osteomancy are I control bone, I do not control the paint and the oils that used to be bone. I'm gonna leave it to still active and recently, as far back as about 20 years deceased bone. Is my connotation for my level of osteomancy, but I'm pretty sure there are more powerful wizards out there that can definitely turn your leather jacket into a stranglification device. If they so choose, but for me, osteomancy is the beautiful art of controlling bone and reshaping it to whatever I see fit. So far, the only thing I've managed to reshape is I'm keeping the jaw that has been destroyed of this ram skull intact. So, yeah, those are my limitations. It's not fun to be all-powerful. I imagine being God can get quite boring at times. Like a lecture on the chthonic hegemony. Actually, most rocks are made of complex lattices of oxygen and silica, with some extra elements thrown in here and there. Oh, I did not know that. So, uber necromancers wouldn't be able to control rocks in that case. So I guess so even with the absolute most powerful they can be, they still have some limitations. I'll take one for the team and become omnipotent instead of you. I for one embrace our sewer call god. Well, what was the full meme again? Our new sewer call overlords. Ah. Delightful. You can take it. You can have your omnipotence. I just want my funny bone powers. There won't be any more chances given, and even though she doesn't seem to be threatening on her own, the consequences would be dire. Especially if she can call Solly over, like, her own personal enforcer. There's simply no getting around it. This is just a period we'll have to sit through. And there isn't even any solidarity to be had in our shared misery. It's simply the reality of high school history class. Still can't tell the difference between high school and college. I guess college is the level above high school. These guys are really young if they're still in high school. My brain trembles. The only saving grace is that she isn't stalking around the room looking for us to do something wrong. Whoa, this is not a building a person simulator. It is not indeed. This is I want to hug a gator. Or that specific gator that is sitting somewhere in this room. But yes, indeed, this is a funny visual novel indie game, as the tags on Twitch proclaim. Instead, we're being lectured at. My hand mechanically copies down whatever she's written on the board. And while I should also be paying attention to what Miss Prockling is saying, I'm more than certain that we'll be reading the exact same things from our heavy textbook. Also, hello, welcome in, Cranky Patas. Thank you for stopping by. I forgot my shtick for a second there. So my eyes wander away from her and the board to scan over my peers, all equally as bored and feigning interest. Eventually, there's a bit of movement ahead of me. What's she up to now? Olivia folds a sheet of notebook paper back and forth discreetly, creating a deep crease. Then she flicks her finger and runs along the crease and gently pulls. The paper rips along the seam silently. Oh, is she really risking it? What's she even got to gain? It's just a note-passing game. Maybe she feels bad because she got caught yesterday. Oh boy. Olivia passes the note to her left. The student next to her raises an eyebrow, but surprisingly takes the note and immediately passes it on without looking at it. One by one, my classmates pass the note along to the next. Nobody dares open the note and write something in. I surreptitiously keep track of the note in the corner of my eyes. It makes its circuit around the room. Thankfully, Miss Prockling's eyes are focused on the board when I feel a tap on my shoulder. I reach for my ear as if to give it a scratch, and the folded page is pushed into my waiting fingers against my ear. I feel an edge grind against my earlobe. I chew my lip to keep a hiss of pain contained. Probably unintentional, but a paper cut still stings bad, especially on such a fleshy part. Ooh. Our protagonist is now bleeding. My fingers toy with the bundle of paper now at my desk. No one else had bothered with it. I wouldn't exactly call it an empty canvas, but there would be potential here. Ooh, I get to draw again. There's a crumpling note beneath my fingertips. Must have unfolded while I was thinking. Right in the fleshy bits. Looking at the soul doodle on the sheet. Looking at the soul doodle on the street, why am I suddenly in the middle of Times Square? I see a pretty simple rat drawing with a very realistic hand next to it giving a thumbs up. Oh, I have that saved as a GIF reaction on Discord. Speaking of Discord, I post things there sometimes. I'm gonna get a special segment for subscribers eventually, where I'll post even more things maybe. There's plenty of space this time. And Miss Prockling is preoccupied at the front. I doubt she'd even notice. The temptation is there, making my fingers itch. My fingers have become an inch. It's finally getting a real chance to do something fun with this sleep-inducing class. In fact, I have the perfect idea in mind. That's to catch Olivia's attention. If that doesn't ruin everything, that is. She's not uncompassionate, but Miss Prockling has a lot less tolerance for horseplay in her class. We probably wouldn't get another chance, and going by Coach Solly's one-chance policy, and how these guys aren't even considering playing along, I bet it really wouldn't be pretty. Kind of makes me concerned for Olivia. I could just hold on to the note and give it back after class. Heck, Olivia would never even know. I don't think she even knows I'm in this class. Draw the Gator girl out a half pipe. Hold on to the sheet till after class. Oh, the decisions, the choices! Is there a quick save? Save. Save's coming. Right. Time to draw the Gator girl. What's life without a bit of risk? I wait for Miss Prockling to start a new tangent to make sure I have enough time. She just said something about a single continent movement. Time to move! It's going to be basically a stick figure, but it's just a doodle. If only you could doodle a photograph. I'm not sure what I mean by that. I also don't know how to draw a wheelchair. In the end, it looks like the more like an abstract depiction of a bow-legged T-Rex than what I wanted. Oh, I don't get to draw this time? That's a shame. I checked it over last time, as if I had the conceptualization to improve it. Ah, well. I pass the note forwards, careful not to notify the teacher. Olivia takes the note over her shoulder, once more not checking it. She seems to deflate a bit on opening the note. Probably because of all the blank space. Doesn't look like she recognizes whatever I did either. Maybe I should talk about it after class. I don't know, seems like an okay thing to do. She just passed the note again. What? Once more. She wants to get caught on purpose. The process of students taking note and passing along without looking at it, though this time it's a little more collectively annoyed. Probably won't go around again. Why the heck would Olivia send the note around again? Nobody's going to change their mind and draw something now. Is it desperation? Thoughtlessness? Whatever it is, the note's coming my way again. Once I take it, I confirm that yes, once again nobody else wrote anything. However, there is a new doodle of a rat with a flamethrower from Olivia. Cute. Alright, guess this time I'll draw about adding myself to the sketch of the half-pipe. This time I just depict myself as a stick figure. No use trying to go outside my skill level for a note-passing game. It's simple enough to do. I even include my sunglasses. Yeah, look at that sick smile. I'm liking this. Maybe I should also make sure Miss Prockling isn't looking my way. She's not right now. I'm in luck. Alright, time to pass this on. I pass the note forward. Olivia pinches the note between two fingers, still not looking back. I keep saying that, but I guess it's not weird. Why would we look back in that situation? She checks the note and looks a bit down again. She glances up to the corner I'd drawn in. I nearly fall out of my seat from the sudden loud noise. There's a moment of unwavering silence before the voice speaks up. Oh boy. Miss Halford? Aye, the flipped animation! Well, it's a sprite. Fucking hell. The girl in question shrinks in her seat in embarrassment. Sorry, Miss Prockling, I saw a spider. Miss Prockling simply sighs, muttering to herself, and turning her attention back to writing more notes on the board. She turns her head back slowly, just enough to be able to make eye contact with me. While she eyes me with judging contempt and curiosity, I see her hand is tenderly massaging the tip of her tail. Looking at the floor, I think she managed to chip the linoleum. As soon as Prockling turns around to continue teaching, Olivia scribbles something down. She turns to look at me once more, hesitating, then flicks the note in my direction. It completely misses me. I try to catch it midair, but end up slamming my face onto my desk to get it. Mr. Nito, what was that noise? I palm the note into my sleeve and strain to keep my injured eye open. The teacher probably meant the foot stomping. I, found that spider, Miss Prockling. The teacher grimaces. I better be cleaned up by the end of class then, Mr. Nito. Yes, ma'am. I breathe a sigh of relief as my excuse weathers Miss Prockling's stare. Now she's Mrs. Prockling. She turns a few pages in a textbook lying on her desk, instructing the class to do the same as she searches for something. She's distracted. I can finally see what Olivia drew. There's a now surprisingly detailed dodgeball whizzing towards my stick figure's head. I want to be upset, but I find myself admiring her motion lines. Seriously, she should be an animator. I mull over what to add, and settle on giving the largest rat sunglasses as well. The large rat sunglasses as well. A few seconds later, he looks twice as cool as before. I look up to Olivia, pondering how to get it back to her when a sinister idea comes to mind. I'm going to use her hood as a dunking, like what's it called? A basketball hoop, and slam dunk. Her hood hangs open as it rests on her back. It's a tough shot, but bingo! Olivia scratches the back of her neck and finds the note. She looks back with squinted eyes, judging my intent and scanning me for foul play. She mouths something at me, a question I think, but I'm not the most apt lip reader. I'm not even the most apt regular reader, especially when said lips are thrice as long as a human's. Still, she unfolds the page, and seconds later she's already added a new sketch and folded it up. The note lands neatly on my desk this time, and I inspect the latest edition. More rats doing decidedly non-rat activities. I wonder what she'd think of a cat this time. We continue passing the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding to others. My fingers are starting to tire when Miss Prockling addresses Olivia. All right, Miss Haufer, you may leave now. Everyone else, you may take the last 5 minutes to start your homework. Olivia takes her time to pack away her supplies, occasionally glancing my way. Gone is the paranoia. It's now become just plain confusion. As if I wouldn't play the doodle game thing with her. Such an intimate exchange between artists. Even as she wheels out of the room, I notice her eyes still on me. I give her a wave goodbye, and she seems shocked by that, turning her head and finally passing through the doorway. Right then, homework. The anti-socialite is perplexed at my social gestures. Quite a fascinating bit of thingamadoodle. Crap. It only now occurs to me that there's a pretty good reason the teacher doesn't want us slacking off during class. For the last 5 minutes, I try to speed read the second chapter in its entirety. Failing to get any good information to use for today's homework, I resort to just check online for a lecture that's not as boring. He's me! Is this the face you make when you have to when you have to speed read? Maybe one with a good animation even. When the rest of us are finally excused, I realize that I've still got a page full of doodles. Considering all the stuff on it, I feel like a waste to just toss it away. I decided to keep it, slipping it into my binder's extra plastic sleeves. With everything safely packed away, I shoulder my backpack and exit the room. Unfortunately, I have actual facial features. Feels bad, man. Oh, if only we could all be mannequins with sunglasses. For most of my existence, or at least what memories I have of the two existences that I'm comprised of, I've struggled with fully utilizing my facial features. I'm not very good at smiling and determining my worth through bodily communication, but, you know, I'm getting better at it, I think. And eventually, I'm going to get to a point where I am no longer socially anxious, but until that point, we continue on the Gatory journey. Man, now I actually get why Olivia gets to leave some classes early. The halls are so packed and chaotic once class ends. One day we'll make it there, Bo. Indeed we will. The halls are so packed and chaotic once class ends, I always end up being pushed around by rowdy students headed towards their next classes. But once school ends, it's even worse. When I saw it yesterday, it was something else. I'm so comfortable in my seating arrangement that I've managed to improve upon since the last time I streamed, and I'm so comfortable with this beautiful music and the concept of streaming. I feel so sleepy. The word riptide comes to mind. I ended up just waiting around for a few minutes for the flow to die down. It's looking like that's just going to be my routine now. Look upon me, gaze upon my beauty. Is that shadow, or is that, those stripes? It's probably shadow. I pass by a few more art displays on my way to the stairs back down to the first floor. This isn't the art wing, but there's still a bunch of displays up. Maybe there simply isn't enough space. Something presses into my chest and lurches me atop. Oh, this is delightful. Remember the first time we saw her in this circumstance? Now it's the second time. It's Olivia! Finally, I get to progress in my relationship with this woman. It's Olivia holding an arm out to stop me. She's still she's still staring up at me, though less suspiciously. Her jaw's open, but no sound comes out. Are you the jongleur?
Why, yes, Olivia, you have guessed what my true identity is. You see, Olivia, I have been sent here as a plant by the government to observe you, because I know that you will become Batman one day. Bat-Gator, if you will.
My eyes are watering from what is happening right now. She realizes her hand is still out and retracts awkwardly, indecisively darting between her hoodie pocket and her armrest. Is she expecting something? A kiss? What if I grew lips just so I could kiss her? On the note maybe? Hey, you could have told me. Huh? You were in Miss Prockling's class too. You could have mentioned that. Sorry, I guess I was sort of aiming for a bit of a dramatic reveal there. Raises non-existent eyebrow. She brushes her hair aside. Well, whatever. Later, guy, guess. Why did you stop me out here? She stops her chair mid-turn with gray eyes contemplating the dirty floor. Is she Finnish? No, she's Danish. I don't really get you. Olivia's eyes turn back to me, and now I can see the nervousness in her pupils. Why do you care? Chica. Why indeed? Well, I guess the main reason is I want to be friends. With me, though? Sure. Why not? Those tiny moments in which I saw the Gator girl hyper-animate comes to mind, and I can't help but smile. Those small shows of just genuine feelings. I think Mr. Yedekin was right, honestly. Olivia hums in disagreement, finally turning away. Aw, crap, maybe that was too forward of me. I swing my backpack around so I can reach inside it. I, still have that note, by the way. Note? Why, with the doodles from class right now? Why? I just figured you'd want it. It was fun filling it out and all. Just as I'm about to pull out my binder, the Gator girl looks back at me and shakes her head. It's just doodles. You can throw it out. But keep it. If it's so important. From the briefest second, I swore I saw her mouth form a tiny smile. But now she's back to looking naturally at the elevator. Huh, didn't notice the school had elevators. That's because you're not, what's the word? Mindful of certain... there's a term for these things. Accessibility, that's it. You're not mindful of accessibility features. Why don't more people use it? Because it's made specifically for her and her alone. She flashes a key from her pocket. It's a part of her accommodations, makes sense. Oh, you need a... Oh, I didn't know that's a thing. I always notice the elevators because I'm lazy. But that's actually interesting. The elevator is only available to those who are given specific keys to use the elevator. That's... because I've always seen accessibility elevators, but I never saw any of them with actual security measures to keep non-invalids out. Because usually people just see an elevator and like, easy access. Time to fill the whole thing up, and then the invalids have to wait for 12 hours, so... I never knew that some elevators come equipped with keys. By now, the hallway has cleared up a bit. Look at that beautiful animation. They're really taking advantage of the sliding technique. The elevator arrives, and Olivia rolls in. She moves her arm to push the button and jams the key in some slot. What's the look for? You coming? Woohoo! Elevator privileges! Didn't mean to click that. Oh! I slide beside Olivia just before the door closes. Sick. Oh, that's clever. They made the doors transparent. Probably safe to catch your foot in and just reopen, but man, this thing is ancient. There's an inspection certificate lazily plastered above the door. From this side, it's covered in coffee stains and other signs of age. Is this thing really safe? Olivia shrugs. That's the worst that could happen. Our legs break. There's a bit of disabled humor there. 3 minutes till ads. She eyes me with a smirk. This may have been a mistake. Ka-chunk. Oh! Look at that. We've got vertical sliding. Oh, that's sick. That's beautiful. My heart drops at the space. Wait. My heart drops as the space around me seems to drop for a split second. The tension. Oh. The sound of the worn out elevator mechanics fills the cramped space. Patience. The wiggling. Oh, this is delightful. How slow is this thing? Gosh diddly dang it! I look over Olivia. She uses this thing daily. Surely it normally runs smoother. It's because you're adding extra weight. Her mouth hangs slightly open in an amused grin, watching my sudden onset claustrophobia. She did this to torture me. Relax, dude. This is normal. Alright, it's normal. I trust her. This thing jostling around like it's going to drop us at any second is completely normal, yes! I actually had similar concerns because I also, in yonder days of youth, Olivia is pretty dope. She really is. I have this old habit of constantly readjusting one of my pillows on my chair, but now I no longer need to do that, and it's weird. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I also experience really old ancient elevators that, like, it feels like you were in a square tomb that is going up and down, that is going to collapse and explode at any minute. So I can definitely feel the protagonist's concerns right now. And we'll see if he perishes in the elevator after these messages. Ads starting in a minute, so might as well start them early. Get ahead of the curve. Be right back. Oh yeah, I forgot the music. Oops. I am off my game today. Oh well. The problem is the beautiful I Wanna Hug That Gator has music, and I'm hearing the music. The BRB screen doesn't have program capture. So... Actually, let's... Might as well fix the issue right now. Let's check the BRB screen. You can be regaled in the game over screen. Let's see. How do I... Add a new audio output capture. Let's see if this functions the way I want it to. Nope, it does not. I mean, technically it does, but at the same time, you can hear the game audio. Very nice song. It'll have to do. Back to funny Gator game. This thing jostling around like it's going to drop us at any second is completely normal, yep. We reach the bottom, the doors clunk open, and I practically fall out. Olivia casually rolls from behind, somehow I sense it with a degree of superiority. Oh, this is adorable. Anyway, see you later, Gator. Oh yeah, see ya. See you later, alligator. Olivia rounds the corner, and I'm left on my lonesome. My senses return to me, and I start making my way to the metro station. Oh, hey, look, it's just the one guy. They've had a lot of variations of this, haven't they? As I make the journey home, it strikes me just how much progress I've made with Olivia. It's definitely still in its awkward phase, but I can see that she's opening up little by little. And it's starting to become amusing seeing her get confused by my friendly gestures. All in all, I got a pretty good feeling about this. Liz and Ben sure were overreacting, though. I'll be sure to tell them all about it. And they're gonna scold me and say, you don't want to do that, she's actually the devil. This is the secret twist of the game. Olivia Hawford is actually the devil. A week into September has come and gone. How very prudent, because that's exactly what's going on now. Based on this recording, of the time of this recording, September! Wake me up when September starts. And I'm finally feeling acclimated to St. Hammond. Things have been going pretty smooth lately, if I do say so myself. And now there's no music. Over the past week or so, I've been getting more and more used to my new friends, learning new quirks of them daily over lunch and in our classes. Like Olivia's penchant for tail whips. What? As I sit on the metro to school, my foot comes up to a prod at the tender spot on my shin. I also learned not to borrow Olivia's stuff without asking. She usually tries to keep to herself even when she's partnered up, but I do my best to play nice. Not to say she's been being rude or anything, just quiet. More and more I kind of figured that part of her silence was just nerves. Accepting that silent facet, I think we've found some small understanding between us. Enough that I think she's starting to see me as a friend now. Among other things, Damien and Liz have given me their numbers. Ooh. Or rather, Damien gave me both his and Liz's numbers. At first I thought that Liz would be mad that Damien basically doxed her. But she didn't seem to mind when he explained his reasons. He also get Ben's number since he figured we'd be doing a lot more team projects in photography class. My eyes roll over and pass messages from my new friend. Over the past messages from my new friends. I became so engrossed, rereading them, that I nearly missed the announcement of my stop. I scrambled to get off the metro, the closing doors just catching my jacket and forcing me to yank it out before I'm dragged down the tracks. Not going to let that bring my mood down, though. It's Friday. Oh my god. Today was the perfect time to play this exact segment of this game. It is indeed Friday. Happy Friday, everybody! Meaning that after today comes the weekend. The game knows. The game knows. It's actually got filters to detect what time of day my computer is set on, like DDLC. It's doing it on purpose. It's forming the plot. It's literally a Friday in September. Ah! The coincidence? Look at the beautiful September atmosphere. Look at the beautiful September colors. The harvest is coming. The harvest is something I need to make for Blockbench for their funny contest. It's gonna be delightful, I hope. It's a quick walk from the station. I can see the school after my field of view now. The school looks completely barren. Is it closed?
I think not.
Coincidence? I think so. Weird. Look around some of the small stores that surround the school. The ones that are usually staffed by student workers, they're also empty. One of them has lights on. It just looks like the manager's looking over some paperwork inside. I don't recall any announcement. I'm about a holiday today. And while I admit to having forgotten what day it was in the past, I'm absolutely certain it's Friday. It being Friday today is a very important plot point, you see. So where is everyone? Even the entryway to the school is barren. Did they all get abducted? Am I in Groundhog's Day? The door probably won't even open. Where's my gator wife? Yep. Hello. I dance a bit in front of the camera, watching the door. It does not respond. You know what? Damien would know what's going on. I flip through my contacts and find Damien's number. I put the phone to my ear and pray that he picks up. This is a very brave man, you see. Just nonchalantly getting the phone out to call somebody? Using a mobile telephone to call people? This is the bravest protagonist I've ever encountered in the two visual novels that... Actually, no. I played Slay the Princess as well, and that is also a visual novel. Did I do anything else? I think this is the third visual novel I've ever played. After a minute or so of waiting, the dial tone cuts off and is replaced by Damien's voice. Oh, look at the split screen integration. He's wearing the exact same clothes you'd usually find him in. Well, yeah, what up, Nico? Hey, Damien, I'm at the school right now and it looks like no one's here. Know what's up? Huh? What do you mean? There's a brief pause on the other end of the line. Oh, look at the pog. Look at the pog. Oh, didn't you hear? Now he's Scottish. Hear what? Well, today's the last warm day of the season, so everyone's celebrating. Celebrating? Yeah, we're actually having a cookout at my place today. And you weren't invited because you're a stinky human and you suck. Say, you want to come over? The generous but spontaneous offer causes me to hesitate for a moment to respond. Thanks for the offer, Damien, but it's alright. I wouldn't want to intrude on your guys' party. What? Hey, it's no big deal at all, dude. Folks enjoy the company. And now he's Australian for some reason. Oh my god, all of the connections of my magical neurons are at war with each other. With which accent I need to give this guy. And there's gonna be plenty to eat too. Mr. Worldwide, I am exploding. Like, this is both fun and a challenge. Plus, Olivia's here as well. I weigh my options, either go to the party or go to the party. I could just take the metro back home and sit in my room doing nothing. Inky! Are you still there, buddy? Yeah, still here. Was just contemplating. Sure wouldn't be an issue. Of course not, amigo. Friend of mine is a friend of the family, Lily. Well, all right then. I can hear his thumbs up and his glinting smile from the phone. Well, nice. I'll text you the address. See you soon, compadre. Oh. If I had organs right now, they'd be hurting from all the hollering and heckling that I'm doing. With that, the call ends, and not a few seconds later, I get a text notification. D-Man is typing. 61193 Triton Road. The D-Man. What is that image? That's him taking a selfie with his presumably siblings? Fascinating. D-Man is typing. Go the long... Hold on. Well, go the long way around. The neighbor doesn't chain his dog. Lol. I copy and paste the address into my Gruggle. Into my Groogle Maps. Oh, looks like Damien lives pretty close to the school. Yes, we established this earlier in the... The protagonist just does not pay attention, does he? I know it's done intentionally so that when it's revealed, it's more of a reveal to, at the very least, the protagonist. But if the reader has the least bit amount of attention span, he can see all of these things. All of these things are laid barren and made clear. Of course, it's a little longer taking Damien's instructions, but I'm not about to try out running a loose dog with my physique. Well, better take my way over then. Oh, take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the palm trees are huge. Oh, listen, that is Damien's theme song. 61189, 61191. Ah, here it is. 61193. The house looks standard for a house in this neck of the woods or neighborhood. It's a one-story place, but it looks pretty spacious. Definitely a family house. I walk up to the stone step path to the front door and ring the doorbell. The grocery bag wrapped around my fingers is starting to chafe a bit. I could have just come the right way, but I felt bad coming over empty-handed, so I got something for the party. A simple salad bowl from one of the local stores on the way over. It doesn't seem like much, but as my mom taught me, it's courteous to come to a party with something. Actually, I realize how ill-prepared I look for an end-of-summer celebration. With Damien mentioning a pool, everyone else must either be wearing casual clothes or swimwear. Meanwhile, here I am looking overly formal. Not like I could have thought to bring swimsuit trunks to school. The door swings open and out steps Damien. Hey, go! Wow, man, you're crazy early. You come bearing gifts. Yep, here I am. I didn't want to come empty-handed, so I stopped by the store and got a salad. Aw, you don't have to, dude. Seriously, though, you really didn't have to. My family and I are carnivores. But thanks. Still, it's like not even 10, man. Oh, you didn't give me a time, so... Nah, that's my bad. Still, since you're here already, come in. Come on in. Come on. Well, don't I feel silly. Damien still accepts the grocery bag and chucks it off to the side somewhere. Come on, everyone's out back right now. He turns back, making for a sliding door on the opposite end of the house. Time to slide. Look at this place, it's beautiful. What a wholesome Christian household. Following after, I barely have time to take in oh yeah, multiple times in the last stream I played this, they mentioned rap to Jesus. So it does actually make sense. I barely have time to take in what I think is the living room and dining room. There's a number of toys strewn about, foam dart guns and loose game controllers. Damien opens the glass door and gives me a small push out the house. Ooh-wee. Hey everyone, I got a guest already. Stepping out onto the wooden deck, I'm surprised to see the pool and yard. To the left of me is what looks to be an older, heavier set version of Damien. Oh, look at that. It's Pop-Pop. Well, howdy there. Damien 1.0. Hello, sir. I'm Inko. He shifts to the barbecue tongs from his right hand to his left so he can shake my hand. Randy Payne. You can just call me Randy, though. Do you sell propane and propane accessories? I hide the grimace as we shake hands, feeling what I'm guessing is a very sticky marinade now clinging to my palm. Well, didn't think someone else would come this early. I can't. Voice. Damien, but deeper, come on. You can do this. I believe in you. I just finished getting the good stuff all sauced up. As soon as he lets go, he focuses back on the piles of different meats heaped up next to the grill. Meanwhile, I grab some nearby napkins to wipe the sauce from my hand. Wow. Oh, what's on the menu? Let's see here. We got brisket, flanks, ribs, sirloin, tenderloin, top sirloin, bottom sirloin, rounds, and shanks. That's a lot of cow. All marinated in my special mix of wet tub and dry rub seasoning. Oh wow, that's a lot, Randy. Me, Damien, and Soph will be doing it in shifts. If you're interested, I'll let you lend a hand too, if the missus doesn't rope you into carrying too much around. Oh, bully. Sure, sounds fun. I've never actually grilled before. It's not too tough, you'll see. Now that I'm here, I can finally ask Damien the question that's been on my mind. Are you real? Are you a figment of my imagination? Hey, Damien, so I've been curious the whole time. What exactly is this celebration anyway? Oh yeah, I haven't told you yet. Well, you see, Before Damien can properly explain, a motherly voice cuts him off. Damien, sweetie, you shouldn't keep your baby brother waiting any longer. At the mention of the younger sibling, a tiny Damien clone jumps over the deck railing. Acid punch! I am destroyed. Oh God, why? Why? Vinny! Oh, look at her. Oh, she's beautiful. Look, bro, just like the Power Rangers, Daddy. I told you I could do it. I am so sorry, Inca. Vincent, this is why I don't want you watching those violent shows. And he flies off into the sunset. The younger Dino isn't listening. He's already run off to find another victim. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Was that really acid? No. Here, you should wipe that off. Nah. I take the towel handed to me and wipe off the splotch on my pants from where Vincent hand punched. The Dilophosaurus spit only gets more acidic after they reach puberty. I begin to rub away the spittle from my pants with a bit more urgency. I am so glad that we are experiencing this game through the guise of a visual novel, because if they actually showed me the grotesque details of a child with a fistful of spit, with a fistful of green spit coming at me, I would have been disgusted. I begin to rub away the spittle. Well, thankfully, he's more me than his mother, otherwise you'd need a new pair of pants. Wait, that's an actual thing? Randy laughs. I just had a thought that the way he looks reminds me of pre-events of Breaking Bad Walter White. I just hope there isn't a secret about this man. But based on the fact that he has a happy family, probably not. So, you must be Damien's new friend from school. Indeed I am. Look at me, I'm beautiful. Look at my horse is amazing. Damien's mom's head pops at the side of the deck with a tired smile. Hello, Hello, ma'am. Thank you for having me. I am now adopting your accent. It tastes just like raisins, so I call. Oh, I didn't know we'd have guests so soon. I would have cleaned up more. You can just call me Sophia, dear.
Speaking of school, Damien told me that you were there. Why'd you be going there today of all days?
Honestly, I didn't even realize that today's a holiday. Usually I mark them on my calendar, but it must have flown over my head. My beautiful, shining, bald cranium. Ah.
It's no worries then. It's mainly us dinos who celebrate it.
I have no idea how I'm doing this with my voice, but I love doing it. Yeah, Damien told me a bit about it, but I'm not sure I fully understand.
In that case, I'd be more than glad to clue you in. It's called Summer's End, as today marks the last warm day of the season. After this, fall and winter start rolling in.
I just cannot get enough of her. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it.
After this, fall and winter start rolling in.
Huh, interesting. Well, this will probably make me sound stupid for asking, but how come you celebrate it?
To put it simply.
And now I'm starting to realize that I'm giving this guy the Coach Solid treatment.
Well, to put it simply, you might be manageable for warm bloods. The cold might be manageable for warm bloods, but for us reptiles, it's no bueno. So we spend the last day soaking in the sun and enjoying the warm weather before it starts getting chilly.
Ah, that makes sense.
Next thing you know, everyone's wearing extra layers and putting up the heat lamps. No, it apparently used to be an ice age levels of frigid back in my granddad's age, so I guess we can consider ourselves lucky. Otherwise, we'd be nothing but a couple of popsicles with our tails for sticks.
The patriarch lets out a laugh that's as infectious as his sons. Thank God for... Yeah, global warming can only benefit the reptilians. Oh God, I just realized that they can definitely make the joke about the reptilian Illuminati controlling things behind the scenes, because this game has actual species of reptiloids. Saurians! The Saurians are coming! It's beautiful. Oh, I'm feeling very weird today. Like, I feel dizzy. I don't know what it is. Like my chair is so comfortable. I'm feeling disconnected. Well, what's the term? Disassociating. I don't know. It's weird. He wipes a tear from his eyes as he goes back to flipping the meat on the grill.
Anywho, we're gonna start cooking up the food, so make yourself comfortable.
Thank you, sir. I mean, Randy. While Damien's dad attends to the grill, I move to the banister overlooking the pool. It's filled with a couple of aquatic toys and air-filled floaties. Man, I wish my place had a pool. I'm gonna make my pool in RimWorld, I swear. I tell you what. Well, I do have extra jeans at home. Ruining one pair won't be a huge issue. Nah, on second thought, I'd be real annoying to deal with drying off and going home. I wonder how deep... Oh! Oh! What happened to... What happened to... Oh, I didn't expect guests this early. That seems pretty guestly to me. Wait, no. No, actually, no, it's not. Because they said that they live together. So she's actually meant to be here. She is actually a resident of this house. So I retract my statement. I'm sorry, Gabe, I was wrong. Look at her with her patented what the fuck face. Ah! Ah! This is beautiful. The hell are you doing here? The man is ready to throw down. Oh my God, look at his furrowed eyebrows. Look at his furrowed brow. That's beautiful. I was invited. Focus on her face, not the other thing. Focus on her face, not her beautiful, spectacular green boobalas. They look like delicious pale. What are those? Not watermelons, but there's like a different type of fruit. There's like a more paler green that's more akin to her skin color. I forgot what they were called. Like it's like a watermelon, but it's smaller and more pale green. I forget what they were called. Have at ye! Protagonist has initiated a challenge. Where was I? Focus on her, not titties. What the heck are you doing here? Okay, so yeah, I had to do this monologue to explain this to myself, but yeah, she does live here. I live here, moron! Crap, right. Damien even told me. Yes, he did. Anyways. No, really, why are you here? Nobody was at school when I got there. Huh? Yeah, check the doors and everything. They announced the holiday yesterday in the homeroom. Did you hear it? That's what Liz said over the PA yesterday. I thought that was the school's anthem or something. Oh, no wonder why everyone was staring as I saluted. Oh boy. Ambrosia? I don't know. Let's do an intermission. Well, not necessarily an intermission, but let's see here. I need to get a chart. That's what it's called. There it is. Charentai? Charentais? What the hell is a charentai? Well, yeah, that's exactly the melon that I'm talking about. A charentai melon. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Charentais melon is a small aromatic French cantaloupe. There you go. That's the thing that I'm talking about. Her boobalas look like that. I guess I should have just said cantaloupe. What happens when I Google cantaloupe? Yeah, cantaloupe. Okay, so cantaloupe is the thing that I was talking about. Cantaloupe! So cantaloupe then. Right. Anyway, where was I? Must not have been paying attention. But yeah, asked Damien what was up. He said there was some event going on and he invited me. Olivia sinks a bit into the water. Actually, stupid question, but I'm pretty used to your stupid questions, so go on, ask. Are you really okay to swim? There's that glare again. Of course, why wouldn't I be? Well, you know. Thankfully, she gets what I'm saying. Sorry. She simply rolls her eyes. I like it in the water. Kinda wish I knew all about this earlier. I've brought my trunks. Ew, no, I'm not sharing... I'm not sharing my pool with you. What? Why not? Instead of answering me verbally, Olivia's tail whips up some water at me like a large wave. Oh no, the accents! Yo, Hinko, come check this out! Olivia takes the opportunity to sink back into the water. I think she's doing a weird version of the dead man's float. Oh, I used to do that as a child. It was very fun. Yeah, you felt so peaceful, even though you were like a corpse. Well, whatever. What's Damien yelling about? Yeah, Damien? Well, first, my little bro has something to say to you. I love how Randy said that he takes up more after his mom, but he is red as hell. Sorry for giving you an ass and pudge, Yankee. It looks like he taught his younger sibling about my nickname, too. It's alright, Vinny! I'm Vinny, big bull guy. Vinny extends his hand for a handshake, though it's obscured by his sleeves. And secondly, we need a few chairs out here. We got some folding ones, but also some from the kitchen. Got it. They're cheap wood, not really heavy at all. After the chairs, we can do the table together. Might be pissed if that got dropped. Why? It's the only one we got. And after everything's said, we can play something fun. Okay, little man? Vincent grins and bolts back towards the house. Damien chuckles and we both follow after the child. Ah, beautiful. The table drops a few inches. The table drops the few inches we were able to lift it with a hard... Wait. The table drops the few inches we were able to lift it with a hard crash back into the tile. I'd be worried about the cracks, but the floor is already pretty shattered around here from the years. This table must actually be their gold storage. It's just painted to look like wood. Wrong type of dinosaurs, Inko. I realize that I keep calling them the protagonists, but he does actually have a name and an identity. So it's unfair of me to not remember his name, considering I do my best to remember all the other names. That's the only explanation. Is that supposed to be like a like a copyright safe Mr. Beast logo? Is that the idea? It definitely looks like a logo of something popular, but I can't put my finger on what. Also, that one, that reminds me of StarCraft or Warhammer 40k or something. We catch our breaths and give our strained muscles a moment to relax.
Why can't Olivia help her? She's super strong.
Olivia's enjoying herself in the pool, bro. We don't want to ruin her time.
Her chair thing has wheels. We can use that. Move, little daddy.
I think it might be a bit smooth. Bit all smooth. Should have given in hindsight, I should have given these guys Australian accents, but oh well. Because I love Australian accents. They're delightful.
Oh, no fear, big brother. She's gonna go to her room soon. Why can't she help?
Yeah, come on. Not in front of any guests, yeah?
It's true, no. It's true, no.
You don't know that? Come on. The Damien Mini-Me pouts. The funny illegal cloning experiment pouts. I think I got a better grip on the table. Now let's try one more time. You hear? Okay, I'm ready. 1, 2. Wait a daily damn second.
What's up, big brother?
Ooh-wee. Wait, I must have been talking about the plastic table in the garage, not the dining room table.
Oh, you're right, big brother.
What? Guess we gotta hold it. Guess we gotta hold this thing back in the dining room, fellas. Great. Every single time, it never ceases to amaze me how expressive and beautiful the facial sprites are in this game. Like, they've done so much with so little. It is delightful. After getting the suspiciously heavy table back inside, there's so many bodies in that table, Damien and I carry the much lighter plastic one out the door. As I catch my breath, I notice the younger dinosaur is gone. Maybe he ran off to do something else. He's gonna go run and harass the dino soup that is currently going on in the pool. Either way, I guess now's the time to ask. Hey, Damien. Yeah? What was that about Olivia going to her room? Oh, sorry, yeah, An awkward silence fills the airs for a few moments. It's just... she doesn't really stick around for the family events like this, is all. Apparently, this boy needs a nap. Stay awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for the lurk. It is very much appreciated. Take care, and I hope you enjoy your nap. Regular introvert stuff, you know, it's not a big deal. And your parents are okay with that? Why wouldn't they be? She's their own person. Right. She usually makes appearances for food, though. Hey, speaking of food, you want to go check on the grill? Why? There's no way the food is done by now. I know, I just like the smell. Oh, alright then. Sweet, let's go. As we make our way over to where Damien's dad is manning the grill, I catch a whiff of the spices and marinades applied to all the meat. Sophia's accompanying him, helping to place the meat on the grill. How's it coming along, Pops? You making any how I like 'em?
You know it, son. Have a look for yourselves.
He steps aside and lets us gaze at the variety of barbecue set over the flames. The smell of it cooking and the symphonic sizzling sound has my mouth watering in seconds.
Good, right?
I say. Randy uses a pair of tongs to grab a piece of steak that looks halfway cooked.
The secret is you gotta let these babies have some time getting seared on each side. That way it really hones in the flat. Splat. Oops.
There's about a silence between everyone as we stare down at the piece of meat on the floor. It exploded.
Hey, it's not too ruined. Hey, Olivia, you want it?
A pair of eyes appear over the edge of the pool. Sure. Toss it in. What's this now? Randy proceeds to chuck the steaks right into the water as one would with a chum to attract fish. Whoosh! Jeez!
Anywho, since you're our first guest, you get the honor of getting choice picks. Which one do you want?
Oh, I don't want to impose or anything.
No, nonsense. Besides, better get in your picks now before the other guests arrive later.
Hey, think of it as payback for all the soda and chips you've been getting us.
Come again?
Well, I guess a burger is more convenient. I don't get to attend the family barbecue every day. Excellent choice, Inko. Wanted rare, medium rare, or well done? Where? You wanted where? Hey, Inko, go for the rare. What? I keep forgetting because I keep. What was my? Oh yeah, well done. That's my favorite type of way to have my steak. Well done. Damien licks his lips as he says that. Rare. What the heck? Oh, carnivore's right. I'm pretty sure a raw burger would kill me. Yay! Inko and I share tastes. I'll take my burger well done. Yeah, I'm sure you'll want ketchup with it too, huh? You fucking...
Come on, Damien. One well done burger coming right up.
Yeah, not going to take any chances. Just saying you're missing out on me, go.
I'm pretty sure your mother was just messing with him. We'd never serve that sort of thing to a guest. There's no way we could afford the suit.
Mr. Randy lets out a hearty guffaw as he lefts the burgers on his grill.
It's alright, son. Though it may not look it. Volcaldera.
I didn't even notice the L.
Volcaldera has its share of humans. From what I know, you guys can eat about anything, right? Raw meat aside.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It's called being an omnivore.
Must be nice to be able to just grab whatever's on sale at the market. Meat prices these days are getting pretty crazy.
I've seen some of that synthetic meat around. That might be cheaper. Why not try it out? That is exactly the reaction I was expecting from them. Oh my god, they might as well have it as a religion and you just insulted their way of life, dude. Even the grill is upset. Even the grill is upset. You fool! There's one taboo I stumbled into head first. Noted. I better change the subject before things get any more awkward. So, hey, Damien! The funny barbecue family music stops. You just killed it. I've been curious this whole time. What exactly is this summer's end celebration anyway? Didn't you already ask that? Exactly. Didn't my dad tell you earlier it's the last warm day of the year or whatever? Yeah, I get that part, but why is it a holiday? Because warm-blooded people suck. Ah, that. Actually, I don't really remember either. I guess I should have been paying more attention at school. It's a bit concerning he doesn't know this much about his own culture he's currently celebrating. Actually, it probably doesn't even need a reason. Why would you? It's just the last warm day of the year. Any excuse for get-togethers is fine in my book. Absolutely. The more you progress in life, the more you realize the vast importance of the family barbecue and just general get-togethers. So I fully respect and approve this magical holiday. The kid flumps down hard on the grass in the way only children can without shattering something.
Oh, and we don't gotta go to school. It's nice and warm and we get to eat real good. I think those Mayans had the right idea.
Vinny! Mayans? Yeah. Hey, Inko, are you a vet?
Alright, it's about ready. It's about time to get guests showed up, isn't it?
They'll be here in a minute. Oh, Olivia! Across the yard, Olivia contentedly drifted to the middle of the pool, though a look came across her face upon hearing Damien's mom, and she began paddling towards the raised deck. Are you going in so soon?
Yeah?
Are you sure you don't want to wait until the others get here? Yeah! Wait till the food's ready so we can all eat together. Yuck.
I'd rather not. I just have a lot of art stuff I have to do. Sorry.
Damien's little brother steps out from the small deck.
But you said we play sometime today.
She tries to back her uncertain tone with a shaky smile.
Maybe later, Vinny. Have fun?
And she's gone. She lifts herself from the pool and kneels atop her chair. I'm confused at how her legs work, but my best guess is that perhaps they only do above the knees. Oh, so she does waddling. Turning about, her hands carefully sat her feet down on the chair's footrests. Fully settled into the chair, Olivia rolls herself to the sliding back door of the house. I think the table is just about set. Now we really are just waiting on the others. Damien, has your friend texted you at all? Yeah, Liz said she'd be here about now. Oh, it's Liz night. He's bringing her uncle, too.
Oh, snap, that's nice. I'll bust out the brewskis down.
In fact, Damien shields his eyes and looks upward behind me. I turn too, but at this angle I can't see anything. Yeah, they're in the front. Yeah, I'll go get them. Damien rushes through the back door into the house. A moment later, he emerges again, as if to show off the new guests. Come on, don't make it weird. Oh yeah, she's a herbivore, isn't she? So this is gonna be a very fun... Oh yeah, the leaves I brought in are for her. Lovely, it all comes together. Hi everyone. Oh, Inko, you're here. Yeah, I got roped in. Neat. Come on, I'll come back through here.
Hey, no, I'm not old.
Oh, and he's got the gold chain. Oh, I see. So I guess she takes after her mother more. Wait, no, he's an uncle, so he's distant. Okay. It all makes sense somehow, somewhere, I'm sure. A giant figure lumbers through the doorway. That is not what I told him to get. Hey, Michael! Randy, how have you been? The two pat each other's backs and give a firm handshake. Doing good, doing good. How about yourself? What's with the ridiculous get-up? Is it Mardi Gras? No, nothing like that. I've just been trying to relate a bit more to the younger generation recently. It seems like we're just too different these days. Oh, this is going to be killing me. Oh, come on. Leave that stuff to the kids. Then he sees me. Huh? Mr. Ferris? You know him? Yeah. Yes, we've met. I told him to get the jacket. I did not tell him to get the necklace. Actually, no. I told him to get the jacket, then I told him to get the necklace, and he's got the necklace. Because my choices don't matter. He takes the same train as me. He's been helping me out. Recommended I try this chain out. Liz jerks her head in my direction furiously. I'm gonna get it later. My neck has been snapped. I fall to the ground, motionless. I have been defeated by Shia LaBeouf. Oh god, really regretting the handshake now. I think he popped all my bones at once. Food will be ready soon, and go. Your turn on the grill. Don't worry, kid. All you gotta do is keep an eye on the meat and make sure they don't catch on fire. They're gonna catch on fire. Damien's father leaves after I nod. One sec. The rest, too, heading to where Damien, Vinny, and I had just set the chairs and table. It's the grill. The grill that is sentient, as was evidenced by the earlier scene. Turning to the grill with a grimace, I swallow my nerves and take up the tongs. I wish I had a cool old chef hat sprite for this one. Right, nothing to worry about. Okay, nothing bad so far. Hiya! Ah! Oh. Sorry. Hey, Liz, what are you doing here? Oh, everyone else is talking about Randy's cooking and I figured I'd see what's on the menu. What do you think I'm doing? Why on earth are you getting my uncle to dress like he's going to be in a music video? Yes, for help. You thought it was good help? Yeah, you just didn't take it right. Across the yard, Vinny's jumping at the shiny object. Mr. Ferris caves and lends it to him. See? Problem solved. Ignoring Vinny, now strutting around like a gangster. Oh. Oh man, whatever. What's actually cooking? I motion to the silver tray spread out next to the grill. That's a lot of meat. Actually, aren't you a herbivore, Liz? I am, but I think Damien thought ahead of her me. Wait, wasn't that the salad I brought? Do I ruin Damien's... because clearly she has the hots for him. So do I take credit for that, considering that I've got hots for my introverted Gator wife? So I guess I'll let him have the dub if it comes to that choice. I knew he wouldn't forget about me like that. Anyway, is Olivia out here? She was just in the pool, decided to go inside. Liz's head is still, for a moment, as if she's in thought. Apparently it's a common thing with her. Yeah. I was hoping she had stuck around for once. So she does this often? Every time Damien's folks throw a party, she slips away to her room. I sometimes see her at her window. Her eyes motion me to turn and look at a particular window. I can't really see from this angle. Why would now be any different then? Liz shoots me a knowing look. I am perplexed. What? Well, I figured she was opening up to you a little. I mean, I guess, to some degree. Not like I have any frame of reference. At best, I can kind of talk to Olivia now. See, the fire is coming. Did you just hiss at me? No. Then what? Oh god! Spinning around, I see something is caught on fire. I grab whatever it is, the tongs, hoping the air would put it out. It works well enough, but it's pretty burnt. Well, that one's a lost cause. I give the piece of charcoal a careful look, and yeah, it doesn't look edible in the least. I put it to the side and turn back to face Liz. Anyway, what were you saying about Olivia opening up? Yeah, it's strange, but also good. Certainly a bit surreal after all this time. Liz lets out a sigh and shrugs. I feel like the issue that I'm encountering so far is that I am putting so much energy into all these voices, I forget to breathe. So I need to take deep inhales more often. Liz lets out a sigh and shrugs. Well, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Anyway, I gotta go catch up with the others. I'll see you around. And there goes the floating head. Liz returns to the rest of the gathering, leaving me alone with the grill once again. Pay attention to it this time. We don't want to burn the people's food, now do we? Burnt piece of meat aside, the rest of the food is looking good. Still, I'm not exactly the best grill master. This is the time to learn. You must learn. You must hone your craft. Not like it matters too much to Damien's folk. Whatever food's actually cooked or not is purely an aesthetic matter. A couple more flips, and the meat is brown and sizzling, which is good enough in my book to put them along with the other finished pieces. Think I'm about done with my shift. Damien's turn was next. He's just going to be wrapping up the last few things. It doesn't take me long to spot him chatting with Liz, who's enraptured with whatever guaranteed high concept discussion they're having. Hey, Damien! Hey, Peter! Damien's frill things perk a bit as he returns around to face me. Your turn on the grill, buddy. Alright, you got it, hombre. He waves Liz over and takes a firm hold of the spatula. Okay. Time to get some more. He suddenly pauses as his eyes fall upon the charred remains of a once juicy and savory piece of meat. He picks up the piece of meat and inspects it before chomping down on it with a single bite. Okay, I'll finish cooking the last pieces. Inky, if you'd be an awesome dude, can you start serving the others what's ready to chow on? I give Damien a nod and grab the tray of cooked meat. Take the tray over to the eagerly awaiting crowd with all the care to be expected from somebody surrounded by very hungry, meat-eating saurians. Upon seeing the platter of delicate and edible flesh, stop whatever they are doing and begin to gather around the table.
And then I said, well, it's because you look like a student yourself, miss. Ha! Oh, that's rich coming from you.
Oh, he's got a chain now.
Meat. Ah, give me the meat, daddy.
It's finally here, Vincent. Now remember your manners. Hopefully, God damn it. I like the pose, but hopefully it's a solid tea. Everyone seems like they're having a pretty good time with their meal. They even eat the ones that I cooked, though I can see Damien's little brother making a slight face of disgust. Still winds up chomping on the meat anyway. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with how my meat cooking turned out. I can take a seat next to Damien and Liz and prepare my meal before I dig in. Gotta go with the tried and true ketchup and nothing more. With my burger prepared, I go in for my first bite. Got to say, Damien's dad did a great job with the patty.
So, what do you think, Inko?
Yeah. I give a thumbs up and smile as best I can with a full mouth. The elder dinosaur gives me a toothy sauce-stained grin in return. I can see where Damien gets that toothy grin of his. Savoring the well-cooked meat patty and buns with each bite, I slowly lose myself in the party's mood. The beautiful delight. And I will give Inko, our beautiful protagonist, a moment to enjoy himself as I go for yet another ad break. Thank you so much for tuning in so far, and I will see you after these messages. And we return once again. We're so close and yet so far. Ah. We'll get it right eventually. Oh. The music is just so delightful. Right. Hopefully our titular Inco has savored all the delectables of a family barbecue, and we can continue. Though I feel more ancillary from it, seeing the adults lost in work talk while Damien and Liz are handling the excitable Vinny. Humming around a mouthful of burger, my eyes wander. The entire yard is smaller than mine, and there are tens of toys scattered in the low-cut grass. Not too many plants either, just the grass and a couple of shrubs running alongside the fence. The word quaint comes to mind. It is extremely chill and delightful. Yeah. Maybe intimate. I could picture the kinds of events that would happen back here. I shake my head, clearing my photographer's mind away. Me and the funny gator girl kissing in the pale moonlight. It's Damien's place, private property. I have to ask before I do anything camera related. It's true. I never actually thought about that. I guess professional photography can't be taken without consent, because it's so normalized that everybody has a phone with a camera, so just taking pictures of whatever the circumstances may be is just second nature. I never thought about it that way. Thinking through it though, I do have my camera securely stored in my backpack inside the home. Part of me considers grabbing it. As I look back towards the house, I spy a certain someone at their window. Olivia leers out across the yard. She's too far away to tell what exactly she's staring at. That must be her room then. Her gaze shifts a bit. I can't tell what she's looking at, but it is in my direction, or Damien. He's sitting next to me. I carefully trace where her eyes are focused, leaning to the side and slowly coming to. The plate in my hand? Checking back, she's laser focused on something. I wonder. I slowly lift the plate up and Olivia's head tilts upwards with it. She hungry. I lower it and her head tilts downward. A part of me wants to test this further, except that'd be a real waste of food. Whatever illusion she was under is shattered with a shake of her head. I can hear Olivia's annoyed growl from here as she turns her snout up at me and returns to whatever she was doing. So she does want some, why not come out? Because she's very broken down by the crippling debt that anxiety incurs upon one's social standing. It's difficult to describe, but I get her completely, because I used to be like her in a past life. Got better now, sort of. Well, I'm sure nobody would mind if I just brought a plate in and left it. Besides, my fingers are sticky from all the finger food, to the point where they stick to my paper plate. It's actually kind of gross, and I remember why I avoid it normally. Ungluing my fingies from the plate, Damien's mother notices my plight. You can use the kitchen sink for that, Inko. Or the pool. Oh right, I forgot his voice. Or the pool, daddy! sticking my thoroughly marinated fingers into the pool. It just seems like a future issue forever has to clean it up later. Thank you, ma'am. I think I'll use the sink. Damien's already gotten up for third, so there's plenty. I load up the new paper plate with a steak and whatever remains of the ribs and discreetly head inside. Thankfully, the sliding door is partially open, just enough so that I can use my foot to push it the rest of the way open. I'm gonna go to her room and give her meat. Oh no. There's a coffee table in the living room. That's as good a place as any. And the kitchen's right there. I'll just rinse my hands off a bit. Making a liberal use of the dish soap, I start scrubbing my hands thoroughly. While I feel the stickiness start to unstick itself, I look out the window. Damien's parents seem to be focused on Vinny, but Damien is still shooting looks to the left. The hyperactive hybrid. Oh, this game loves alliteration as well. Shoots up from his seat, disappearing from view. I wonder where Sploosh. Dang. Clothes still on and all. Kid was serious about washing his hands in the pool. Man, I could have gotten for a dip myself. The AC in here makes a huge difference. Must be 90 degrees out today. Or, I don't know, 30 Celsius? Something like that, I don't know. There's plenty of soda and I'm not in danger of dehydration at least. But geez, I'm only noticing just how warm I still am for stepping inside. I'm surprised there's no steam rising from me. Still looks a little red too. Good thing I didn't bring any sunscreen. Yes, you did not bring any sunscreen. You've got sunburned. You are now red. Maybe the Pains have some sunscreen around? No, they're reptiles. They wouldn't have any. Yes, that is true. What need have they? They don't have scale cream. Have to deal with it. My knuckles start hurting from being wrung so much. The smell isn't gone yet though. Anyway, should be clean enough to... Both of us frozen still, locked in a staring contest. The steak shoved in her mouth. She stares like a deer caught in headlights. She spits the steak back on the plate in her lap and grips the insides of her sleeves. Takes me a moment to collect myself to muster up some conversation. Yeah, I heard delivery came in. You want a soda with that? The joke goes unlaughed at. I tried. May as well. What's happening? Need to get to the fridge. Oh, sorry. I step to the side to give Olivia enough space. She rolls herself over to the fridge and opens up and rummages through. We exchange a few awkward glances to the point that it's palpable in the air. So, what are you doing? I'm getting a soda. The kid's taking your spot in the swimming pool. That's fine. I'm just gonna go crash in my room. When there's still a party going on outside? I'm busy with art stuff. Stuffing the soda can in her coat pocket, Olivia redirects herself and, with a flick of her tail, closes the fridge shut. What about the party? What about it? Still going on. And, look, I've got stuff to work on. Even though today it's a holiday. It seems like the perfect time to get together with friends and family, and I'm not their family, if you haven't noticed. And I'm not going to be here for much longer. Oh, the sadness in her eyes. That's a new look from her. Was it because of what I said? No. Olivia? What? There's a couple different things dancing atop my tongue that I wish to say. Some will be too intrusive, especially after what she just said. One, however, sticks out the most, especially after she had brought up working on it, and I genuinely want to see Olivia's process. Would you, mind some company? Oh! Ah! I have shattered her brain with that remark. Seems pretty empty in the house to be by your lonesome, so maybe it'd be nice to hang out. Plus, I've been wanting to see your art for a while. I love this guy, he's so forward. Especially as I recall her freshman piece that's displayed right next to the principal's office. I'll even show you some of my stuff. I have my portfolio drive in my backpack after all. I have to hold back my laugh as silly as a silly strangled noise of surprised confusion escapes her mouth. Is that an okay then? No, it's just I don't want anyone else in my room. And how about the living room? I motion at the well-loved couch nearby. Oh boy. She hums in thought for a moment. Ooh, that's new. Are you really that interested? Yes! Do it! I've been wanting to see your work ever since I found out that cityscape piece in the gala was yours. Olivia clutches her hands together tightly. Okay, fine. If you're so interested, you can watch. She wheels herself back towards a shut door. Need to get my stuff set up though first. Sure, I'll be here on the couch. Waiting for you. In anticipation. I kind of feel bad for missing out on the party too, but I doubt I'll ever get another chance like this. Olivia returns with a small easel. Already set up with half-finished painting. Ooh. Takes a moment to shift herself from her wheelchair to the end of the couch right next to me. Ooh. She's pretty close to me. And wiggling. I can feel her thigh barely brush against mine, but I try to pay it no mind. He says that as his inner thoughts are describing exactly that, so it is 100% on his mind. The painting looks like a bust of a nondescript dino guy. Although, with how vibrant these guys are, it could easily be a portrait of someone specific. This isn't that good. And she rips the page off and crumples it in her hands. Starting over, then. Don't interrupt. She takes a deep breath and closes her eyeballs. The paintbrush nears the canvas slowly and gracefully, although it's clear her nerves are getting to her. Ah, she doesn't like being watched while she arts. I can relate. Okay. Wait. Oh. Huh. It's a weird look on her. Olivia looks down for a moment before she jerks her head back up, her face gaining a reddish hue. Dude, why'd you scooch so close to me? Why are you so scooched over, dude? I didn't. You're the one who sat next to me. Oh. She looks away for a moment, realizing how over the top her reaction was. Olivia then does a double take on me, her brows furrowing. What's wrong with your skin? I was born like this. Shut up, that's not. You know, yes it is. But I mean it's red. Oh yeah, I think I'm sunburnt. As I look over the red splotch on my arm, Olivia raises a hand and touches it. Oh, why? Jeez, that really hurts. Yeah, it does. I didn't think to get sunscreen on the way over. There wouldn't happen to be any here, right? Point taken. But there's some of those spiky plants outside. Aloe or something, I think. Just snap a leaf off. Mrs. Payne won't care. Probably. I think I've heard something about that plant, yeah. Alright, I guess I'll give it a shot. I get up and head back to the front door. Lo and behold, there are in fact a number of those spiky plants around. I walk up to the nearest one and carefully grab the leaf on a spot with dull spikes. It bends and snaps off pretty easily. Man, this looks about good enough to eat, but it probably tastes awful. Is it really good for curing sunburnt skin? Back inside, Olivia started painting again. She gazes intently at the page. And the plate of food that brought in had been cleaned. Olivia holds one last rib in her mouth like a cigarette. It waggles up and down between her teeth. When she sees me, she crunches the bone in two and swallows the last of it whole. I bring up the aloe leaf. Is it? She nods and extends a hand to grab it. I hand her the thick leaf and she extends a single claw. Once she scratches the edge of the skin, she makes quick work of peeling the husk off. Ah, so delightfully intimate. You do that often? Not me. Sophia uses it a lot to make smoothies for the family and healing salves for Vinny. They're real pretty, too. Olivia blinks, coughs and grimaces. To, paint, I mean. Natural homemade healing recipe, huh? Gonna have to ask for that later, but come in handy down the line. I move to remove my jacket so the aloe vera can be applied properly. But I don't get far before I notice Olivia's face turning a darker shade again. No! No! No, don't strip! Don't strip in front of... No need to remove your jacket. Just roll up your sleeves and put the jelly on your neck. She hands me now exposed aloe jelly, all the while doing her best to not lock eyes with me. After rolling up my sleeves, I scoop out a dollop of the opaque substance. The feeling of relief hits me most as I spread it across my neck. Man, this feels good. I start applying more to my nose, cheeks, and most importantly to the top of my bald cranium. As I do, I watch Olivia continue her painting, taking extra attention to her brush strokes, the way she moves it down the canvas with such smoothness and gentleness shows her level of concentration. Not too rushed, but also not that overly focused on the art either. Using the last of the aloe vera to cover my arms, I'm fully covered in the rudimentary remedy. I take a second to throw the husks away in the kitchen trash, catching a glimpse of the party outside. Everyone looks like they're having a good time out there, except for Mrs. Sophia, who's currently trying to chase a very soaked Vinny with a towel. Ah, children.
You can't catch me, Mama. I'm invincible.
Back on the couch, Olivia's painting is starting to take a more divine shape. Unlike the cityscape piece, however, it looks more organic. She continues to paint in silence, occasionally doing a quick glance at me to see if I'm still watching. I don't want to poke at Olivia for no reason, but this might be just my only chance to ask. So, why your leg no work? Hey, Olivia. Your family, the Paynes, they seem like a lively bunch. What's that supposed to mean? Like, I knew Damien was eccentric, but I can see he gets it from the rest of your family. I thought they weren't family. I thought she was just... what's the word? Just being, I forgot what the word is. She's just crashing here. She just lives here. She's a tenant. That's it. They literally... last name Payne, and her name is Hofford. First of all, the Paynes are my godparents. Secondly, yeah, they are. So, how long have you known them for? Olivia pauses for a moment mid-brushstroke and then continues. Practically my whole life. Damien and I have known each other since we were carpet crocs. Ooh, that's cute. I guess that's the dino version of toddler. And his parents have known my dad since, well, forever. Since before they were even neighbors. Since before we were even neighbors. Ah, friends of the family. Pretty much. Whole reason why I'm living with them. Her muzzle clamps shut. Forget what I just said. The words were spoken with a tone tinged bitter with something. A tone I felt very familiar with whenever my own family is brought up. Sure. The only sound left now are her brushstrokes on the canvas. I can feel myself melting into my beautiful chair. My focus turns back to the patch of blotchy red and pale acrylic oil slowly forming across the white expanse. Occasionally, Olivia's grey eyes would grimace my way before going back to her work. Compared to the more rapid pace of the time-lapse art videos I had viewed, she was more deliberate with each of her movements. Pretty obvious, since most of those were done digitally. Another thing I'd not considered. Still, staring at the painting and process itself, there's something uncanny about it. It's now more formed, definitely looking like something. Cupping my chin with one hand in contemplation, I use my other to try and trace out the peachy pale and vibrant red colors. Olivia looks back at me again, and a glint of something shines through her eyeballs. Hold that pose now. Hey, how long have you been using me as a layman doll? Her hand fails to cover up the snort that comes from her nose, followed like a gremlin-like cackle. Aww. Oh, that's adorable. Consider it the price to see my process. I want a refund. Nope. Looking again, it's slowly becoming an oil bust of my burnt face. Like looking into a mirror, eh? Can't you at least get my good angle? Nope. Turning back to the mural du melanoma. Olivia starts adding in a blotch of cream by my head. A sigh escapes my lips. Hey, I said stay still. Why, I'm not that red. Another high-pitched giggle comes out of Olivia. Oh, this is so nice to see that she's actually having fun and enjoying herself. It's called artistic license. Well, it needs to be renewed. Despite being the butt of her joke, I feel myself smiling. Must be the new sounds from her, but it's the first time I think I've seen her happy outside of Yedekin's class. And yeah, that laugh of hers is kind of infectious. The silence returns, though the mood feels much lighter now. I feel so stiff, like I'm about to break. I don't know how long I've been holding this pose now. If I had to guess from the sunlight filtering into the house, it's at least been an hour. Mural du melanoma was almost done, and it was staring back at me with the more intense eyes. Olivia's attention was left on one final detail, the hand holding my chin. What? I'm thankful she finished the sunglasses first, because the reflected light from the sliding back door had been searing my retina. Olivia? Hush. I'm in my process right now. She turns her head and focuses entirely on the hand held by my ear. Pupils moving rapidly to try and take in every last detail. Her fingers twitch as her hand hovers over the painted hand. Her eyes are now shifting between my hand and my eyes. Her hand is now quaking, and a growing redness suffused her face. The more she looks towards my eyes, the more her arm shakes and face brightens. Finally, she turns away from me entirely, bringing both of her arms with her away from me and the canvas. Okay. Okay? Her cheeks puff out as she exhales her held breath. Okay. Ah, beautiful. A beautiful portrait. Finally, she turns her cherry red face to the canvas and inspects the near complete portrait. I'll come back to this later. The silence. Can I... Oh yeah, you can drop your hand now. Finally. I lay back on the couch, feeling my spinal cord pop in rapid succession. I said your hand. Can't. I attempt to stretch my arm in front of me, and because of my stiffened muscles, my forearm is pulled back towards my face. I repeat the motion several times, the movement helping to ease the muscle until my arm doesn't feel spring-loaded. While I was busy trying to fix my arm, Olivia was packing up the canvas. That's about it. You can go join the others or whatever. She drags the canvas easel in acrylic tubes back into her room. I wonder if she'll keep that one. And I wonder if she'll stay in her room again. We've been inside for a while. I don't think anyone outside has noticed we've been gone. Vinny and Damien seem to accept that Olivia would stay inside, but... Wait. I've caught her a bit off guard. Save. Beautiful Friday. Convince Olivia why her family needs it. I want to do this. I want to check both options. Invite Olivia. I'm going outside. It would be rude of me to leave without saying bye, at least. She looks at me quizzically. Sure. But I think I'll try staying until the end. This is probably the best day I've had since I moved here, and my first real friends in a long time. I'm glad to have been invited. She's not leaving, but she's scanning me suspiciously. Damien's been a great friend, and his folks have been really nice to me. Better than my own parents, even. Ugh. Buddy. Oh, buddy. You're lucky to have them, I think. I guess. Good for you. Have fun with that. I really need to. I think you should come along. She freezes. What? Her eyes widen and some of the color leaves her face. No, I can't. Why not? Mr. and Mrs. Payne. They already have Vincent and Damien to worry about, and right now they are hosting all the other guests. I've got plenty to deal with already. And I'm not worth the accommodation. Ah, low self-esteem, low self-worth. Just leave it. Let them be normal. Even then, it's like I said, I don't have much time left. That's a little overly harsh. It was every argument she had. They're the kind of arguments that come from desperation and guilt to convince herself it's for her own good. Maybe it's a little presumptuous, but that's at least the sort of thoughts I've had reading notes from my parents allotting me resources like I'm an anthropomorphized mouth. Certainly doesn't seem like I'm worth it to them sometimes. But they're godparents, right? They're helping your folks. Yeah, but they chose to have you here because they want you. Because they want you to be normal. That doesn't... a normal part of their family, I mean. I don't think they'd have you here if they didn't want that. Oh, please. Go on and tell me more about my own family. Her voice is sardonic. Oh. She's not making eye contact anymore, but she's listening intently. This is all the stuff she's known already. You're absolutely right. But you're absolutely right about one thing. You don't have much time left. Neither do I, honestly. Even if it's mostly because of moving. You know what they say about rolling stones gathering no moss. In that way, we're both in the same boat. Give it a shot. There's some perfectly good moss right out there. Okay. I'll try it with you. The classic, I will do it. But only if it's with you. That analogy was pretty dumb. That analogy was pretty dumb. But you're right. And the back door squeaks back open. Even with sunglasses, I wince at the sudden brightness. I take a step out and stretch my back, working out the last bit of stiffness from my shoulders. Olivia still waits at the threshold of the door. What are you... What are you waiting for? A curtain call? With a grin, I draw the sliding door even wider, and with a beckoning wave, attempt to usher Olivia, as if I were her personal attendant. Cut that out. Don't make it weird. Despite her words, her tone is more humored than annoyed with me. Relax, nobody was even looking. But it looks like there's definitely no more food left. About right. As Olivia rolls down a small wooden ramp I hadn't noticed, we catch Damien on the bottom step. Oh no, I need to return to this. Olivia! The end table, heads turned toward us. Looks of surprise etched on the faces of most of them. Instead of answering him verbally, Olivia's hand comes up in a nervous wave. The rest of the party resumes their prior discussions, although maybe a bit livelier than before. Hey, cool to see you again out here. Out here again. Hey, Damien, what are you all the way out here for? I can't stand to be by Liz's uncle when he's eating. He's got those fibrous teeth. Yeah. Like blue whales have. Yeah, freaks me out. His dentist must make a fortune. Yeah. Hey, Olivia, what are you doing back out here? You forgot something? No, I just thought it'd be good to enjoy the weather while it lasts. Damien pogs up, with his frills indulating. No, Damien, stop that. Olivia quivers as Damien's grin grows wider and frills start moving faster. Stop it. Even I'm getting unnerved by how those things move. Damien! I'm sorry, you know these things got a mind of their own. Finally, those weird flaps... still. Dude, you were just complaining about Mr. Ferris and his teeth. At least he can keep his mouth shut. Hey, I always wear a beanie. No, you can't remember the last time you tried. Both Damien and Olivia share a laugh over some event they're privy to. Oh, look at her. When they finish, Damien asks the million-dollar question. So, are you going to... So, are you going to join in, or... She turns her head away, and I give her a supportive thumbs up. Yeah. Damien finally stands up from the step, and we all start heading for the table. Each partygoer greets us when we approach. The loudest from... Hey, Big Daddy! Bam-a-lam! Hey, Olivia! Bam-a-lam! She's spinning in a wheelchair, bam-a-lam! I got my gold chain, bam-a-lam! Whoa, Olivia Betty, bam-a-lam! That is what this child is to me. The Halloween special episode from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, where there was a child that needed to be rescued by Krillin, and his voice was just, "Hey, new daddy! Go get him, new daddy!" I loved it. Hey, you finally came to play again! The rambunctious boy! I very much enjoy the use of the word rambunctious there. The rambunctious boy hoots and hollers as he bounces in circles around her. Olivia huddles her arms and looks aside in my direction, feeling the stares from the table. I give her a reassuring thumbs up. Actually, this is perfect, thank you, Vinny. This is something Olivia is able to give when she was so worried about just taking. I hope she goes for it. I'm a little tired, Vinny. What? Nah, come on, Olivia, you promised you would play today. Like old times. Hey, please, big Gator mama. Oh, alright, you win. I did promise. You wanna play cannon then? Yeah, cannon. Throw me like a cannonball. Alright then, ready? Round loaded. Fire! Yep, that is exactly what I expected. Oh god, this was a bad idea. Woo! Woo! Somebody's whistling in the back. Randy! Oh, relax, Vinny's still young. Michael, Vinny, be careful. Oh, the voices! It's okay, Mama. I'm okay, Big Mama. Oh. I wonder if under that hoodie she's actually shredded in the upper body and has biceps for days. I would love to see that, if that was the case. Oh, have you gotten stronger, Olivia? No, shut up. Anyway, can you do it again? Can we do it again, Olivia? Olivia smiles and pats his head. It's weird seeing it, but she readies Vincent for another launch. The Gator girl has a bright toothy smile I never thought I'd see. This is the wholesome way to yeet a child. Oh, my brain is blanking. Yeah, I've got the... Hello, Mr. Payne, what's the... Well, alright, I'll get it.
Vincent, come here and give me 20 push-ups. Yeah, daddy. I tell you what, no more canning for today, you hear?
Olivia and Vincent share a disappointed look.
Well, nah. There's a lot more things you two can do.
Vincent perks up and immediately rushes off.
Oh, I know.
Olivia turns back to the rest of the group with an uneasy smile. Mrs. Payne steps forward, her hands held up and wavering. Olivia! Hi, Auntie.
Hi, Auntie.
Mrs. Payne and her husband approach, both with nervous smiles. When she speaks, it's with a certain restraint, holding her excitement back. As though worried if it showed too much, she'll change her mind and go back in.
It didn't miss much, right?
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
I'm so glad you came out there.
The older woman kneels in front of her and wraps her arm around Olivia. Gives her a big ol' I wanna hug that gator. How dare they? I'm gonna take my revenge on this and do an ad break. Because I am forced to by the Twitch Pantheon, so we'll be right back after these messages. Ah.
Because I think you probably would if you knew all your phases. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's pretty good. I don't know what phase of the moon I was born under. Can I find out? I'm gonna find out. What phase? years now to see if they will diagnose me with AIDS.
And we return. I want to hug that gator, not you. Oh, right. Forgot. Turn off the thing. Hey. It's been too long, Delise. Randy's hand ruffles her hair while his other arm also encircles both Olivia and Sophia. And while Olivia does her best to avoid his palm, you can see a tiny smile on her face. Time seemed to pick up speed after Olivia had come out. Damien and his father returned to the grill, managing to prep and cook a final serving of meaty goodness for an early dinner. I decided to go for seconds and get a few scraps of this and that. I nearly drop my food when I get a rough pat on the shoulder from behind. It's Mr. Payne! He looks down at me with a thankful smile. Mrs. Payne and Mr. Ferris had continued their conversation until Mr. Ferris's throat ran dry. And the rest of us had to contend with a hyperactive child with an armory of foam dart guns. I felt bad for Liz. She'd become a one-woman shooting gallery for the boy. And Olivia. And me. And Damien. But at least he looked apologetic about it. But now things are winding down. The food is officially all gone. Everyone is exhausted physically and mentally. And yet thoroughly satisfied emotionally. And she's back. Olivia pads by me, having returned to the pool to cool down and stretch out. There was just one last thing to really cap this off. Okay, everyone. What are you, Monica? How dare you say her funny catchphrase? Oh, I knew something like this was gonna happen, but I wasn't expecting it to be this specific shot. Oh, look at how cool he looks. I'm a gangster, daddy. I hollered everyone to currently on deck grouped up nicely for... I honestly thought he was going to say, everybody, last one in the pool's a rotten egg, and have everybody jump. Look at how smug she looks. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at all those cool outfits. Looking through the viewfinder of my propped up camera, I adjust the focus to ensure everyone is captured perfectly in one shot. Alright, on 3, give me your biggest smeelies. 1. White! Olivia turns away from the camera, looking toward Damien. With a grin, Damien waves for me. Dude, you gotta be in... Now he's cocked. My brain trembles. What was it? You gotta be in this too. Yep. There's nods and words in agreement from everyone. That's why there's a big empty space here, because that's where I'm supposed to be. Well, it's been a while since I've used this mode, so why not? Seeing the time delay along with the sports mode, I'm sure with 10 rapid succession shots, at least one of them will be perfect. And I can always do some post-production on it too. Give this man some cool sunglasses, perhaps. Ensuring that the focus is still fine, I click the shutter button and keep the count in mind. 30, 39, 28. Oh, look at our boy! Oh, look at him, he's so cool. Oh, now that is a boy you can trust. Oh, that is such a beautiful picture. I love her outfit. I love her outfit. By 13, I've settled myself next to Damien and above Olivia. Alright, 9, 8, 7. Oh, animation! What is she doing? I genuinely can't tell what she... What is happening? I feel something wrap around my ankle and press against my back on 4. 3, 2... Ah! Oh. Oh, that's what they were doing. My camera flash goes off 10 times as I'm pushed over by Damien and pulled into the pool by Olivia. Oh. I love this. This is a beautiful moment. Oh, this game is just so rich. It's beautiful. September 25th. Okay, now we've done a time skip, so we're no longer time accurate. It's been nearly a full month, and things are starting to feel natural in the school now. Well, at least compared to my old schools, except now I've actually made some good friends. I'm pretty sure we're good friends anyways. I don't know how to measure friendship. Outside of that party a few days ago, I haven't hung out with any of them outside of school. If friends just hung around at school and good friends did stuff outside of school, where does that put us? In the pool! Is that where that puts you? Well, still early in the school year. I'll figure out the friendship conversion rate at some point. It's not like I'm rushing either. Oh! Change focus! I will genuinely kill you! Leaving my current thoughts, I realize that I've been in the middle of climbing a rock wall. In the middle of climbing a rock wall in the gymnasium. Huh, why was I spacing out again? Ooh! Ooh. Alright, all the blood rushing to my head. Boof! And concussed again. Alright, peel yourself off my majestic gym floor and hit the showers. I have stayed my hand, but know this and know this well. I will kill you next time. Next time we meet on the Bodhi T channel, I will kill you. I'm very happy with my decision so far, so I'm just gonna be a cool cat and save. Question is, do I continue this? Because I feel like this is a fun little part to end it on. Yes. I love the coach. I love all the characters. It's such a beautiful game. So glad that I got to play it. Get to run through all the funny voices. I think it's very mystifying of me to say, but I think I'm slowly improving over the voice thing. I think I did the juggling very well today. But yes, I will be ending things here arbitrarily. Seems like a good spot. Maybe in the future I'll choose spots closer relating to the fondness of the 4-hour mark, but for now, I think this is all well and dandy. What have we got going on? We've got a just chatting screen. And delicious music. Just need to quit a Rooney. Right, now I have choices. Perhaps. Pretty easy choices, honestly. Alright, well. But. And raid a Rooney. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by, Moose. I'm still trying to figure out the notions of lurk etiquette. Like when people say, like I know what lurking means. It's the notion that the stream is in the background and you might tune in, tune out, but don't expect to be able to hold a full conversation with the person who's lurking. But a lot of people just use it to say, I'm gonna lurk and have the stream in the background, but I'm essentially just gonna go off and do other things. So it's very difficult for me because I feel like I want to engage, but it's some sort of idea that was incepted into my mind that being very formal and chatty with people puts them on the spot. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but regardless of all that, we are rating. What is it? Aha. That. We're doing that. There we go. Delightful. Right. Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for the good times and the fun chats and all the bone humor at the beginning with Polky. And I shall see you all for next week, which will probably have Tuesday and Wednesday I Want to Hug That Gator, and Friday will probably be art. Or I might do more gator hugging, but either way, I feel like I have gotten a more crystal clear schedule. So you'll see, maybe there's going to be a cool surprise that I just remembered now with regards to scheduling. We shall find out in the fullness of time, but for now, we finish. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.